The following is a presentation of the OLSH Sports Network. Coming to you live from Tiger Stadium in Moon Township. It's the OLSH Sports Network's presentation of Charger football. It's the lid lifter in 2023 as the OLSH Chargers are hosting the Shenango Wildcats. Greetings, everybody. OLSH bringing you the action alongside Marty Armstrong back in the booth. Welcome back, Marty.
Thanks, Al. It's been a long time coming, and I appreciate the offer to step in tonight for Christian. And, hey, looks like a big season tonight for the OLSH Chargers and the year. Yeah,
it is. Coming off a really fine season last year. Coach Militzer coming back for his second year. A few changes in the coaching staff, but the Chargers getting bigger and better this year. And expectations are fairly high as they come in a ranked team in WPIL 1A. But they have the Shenango Wildcats in front of them tonight, and it's not going to be an easy task. We beat them last year, but they've gotten bigger and better as well. So the Chargers have a nice test for a season opener tonight.
Oh, they sure do, Well, I tell you, I'm looking down here at the Shenango Wildcats. I remember those guys when we were also in the Big Seven Conference. So, no love loss here, but what I'm trying to say is basically I'm looking at this line for OLSH. It's my first look at the 2023 campaign, and my goodness, just a plethora of size and just the depth. I mean, it's a great team. They should bode very well this year, not only in Class 1A classification, but also the Black Hills Conference.
Yeah, actually, you can see, I'm looking down at the field now, and it just struck me. It's like, for those of you who didn't know, we didn't paint the field. This is a brand new field here at Moon Tiger Stadium. I was down there pregame, and I'm telling you, it's like cushions underneath that field. It's so nice. Last year and a couple years prior, the field was getting old and getting hard and slick. And Ryan Parker's up here in the booth with us, helping us out producing today, and he was saying he refereed a game here in soccer, and it was like uneven lines and everything. It's all new and looks pretty. I love it, and the Chargers are loving it. I was down there pregame as they were warming up, and the Chargers are all charged up for this one.
Yeah, no question. They lead the charge. Isaiah, Azim is gone now this year. He graduated, steps in. A big, tall drink of water, number 7, Van Cavels. And let me tell you, Al, he is something else. If he stays healthy, this team can go, who knows, maybe even Acrisure Stadium.
Yeah, last year Van came onto the team playing. I'm not sure offensively. I can't remember what he played, but he was a defensive end or linebacker or something, and he got hurt in this very game. Tore his ACL, and he still had 2 sacks and I believe a fumble recovery or forced fumble or something like that. So his presence was felt, and he basically missed the whole year athletically. He comes back. He, as you said, he's 6'5", 230 pounds, and compare that to Nehemiah Azim, who was a cerebral and an athletic quarterback, but he was half the size basically. But Cavels can do the same thing that Nehemiah did, only from a 6'5" vantage point.
Yeah, we're watching down here at practice this afternoon, you and I, and we both said together, oh my goodness, look at the speed he does have. I mean, he has a pocket presence, obviously being 6'5", but he also has some speed. He will fool you. So with that said, I heard he put on 30 pounds of muscle this year, and he had a great camp. And none other than the Brazil twins. That's what, 7th year now we mentioned the Brazils, and here we are, the Brazilians I used to call them. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you what a great year it's going to be for these guys.
Yeah, you talked about Cables and the Brazils and some of the returning players and the leaders of this team. I had a chance to catch up with Coach Don Militzer this week, and he had a couple things to say about those people as well. We'll see what he had to say right now. Welcome to the opening game of 2023 season for the OLSH Chargers football, as everybody else as well. I have with me Coach Don Militzer. And we are getting ready to get into the game. Shenango, last year we handled pretty well. This year, new season, new players. What's the season? First off, what's the season look like, Coach?
We're super excited. I mean, we're a lot different team than we were last year in some ways. Even though we have a lot of starters back, we have quite a few starters back. There's some areas that I think we're really improved in, and then there's some areas where we look for some guys to step up this offseason, and really impressed with how they've done that so far. So, we're pretty excited to get the pads on and hit somebody else. We got to do that against Sarah last week, and Sarah Catholic's always a great team, and that challenge was great. But I thought the kids held their own and got some good teaching tape from it, and really looking forward to Friday night. I mean, our boys are excited because it's the first game on the new turf up at Moon Stadium too.
Right.
We're pretty excited to be in front of our home crowd and get things going and kick off 2023.
Yeah, I actually have two home games to start the season. Rochester next week, but let's keep it with Shenango. Last year, you lose your starting quarterback, graduation. Who you have in line to step up?
Van Cables is a kid that we identified last year as our backup, and actually was starting at receiver and defensive end. He was so athletically talented, we couldn't keep him off the field. But he tore his ACL against Shenango. Still had 2 sacks in the game.
I remember that. Yeah.
When he tore his ACL, he's always been 6'5", but he was about 190 pounds when he tore his ACL. He's weighing in at about 230 right now.
Oh.
So he worked, and it's not fat. He's worked his butt off, and right when you walked in today, you saw a clip of him pulling the ball and showing his athletic ability, ripping off like a 30-yard run, throwing the ball well. Really, it was a learning process for him in the offseason, and the 7-on-7s were so valuable for him to gel with these teammates. But quarterback's a nice position to play when you got Speedy Gardner and Darion Greer and Dorian Tate to throw the ball to. It can make quarterbacks transition a little bit easier. So those guys have really gelled, and Luke Vitorino has really stepped up as well and given us some great starting for us at receiver and giving us some consistency. And we're really excited about what Van can do. But I think he gives us an aspect. I mean, even last year, Zeem's a humble guy. I mean, his knee was giving him problems from the end of last year until he re-injured it against Canterman. He wasn't able to run as much as he would have liked to. I think Van right now is showing the capability to really pull the ball down and be a threat with his legs as well. But at 6'5", I mean, he can see and do things that not everybody else can do. So it's going to be. I think you're going to see some up and downs from it as well. But he was very poised against Sarah. Made some great throws. Made some great decisions. So I can't wait to see what he does. And there's a little birdie saying that he might be playing some defense too. So.
It's well, you actually answered my next question. I was going to say you went from the shorter Nehemiah Zeem to the 6'5" Van, and I was going to ask what the difference of the play is going to be, and it sounds like he's going to be doing a lot of what Nehemiah did with his 6 foot, 230
exactly.
pound.
I mean, Nehemiah was one of the best quarterbacks you could ever hope for in high school football.
Very cerebral.
So there's a reason he was first team All-State, and we're going to miss him. But when you have a kid like Van that's stepping in and learn from him, and Van really embraced learning from Nehemiah, and I think Nehemiah embraced teaching Van, and that's something that is special about our program. And I think that kind of helped this transition quite a bit. But again, when you have those guys to throw the football to, that your world becomes easier. The other change offensively, I mean, Brandon Brazel's back. He's running the ball tremendously. I think he's going to be a horse to tackle this year. But what we're seeing is our offensive line's good. I mean, we're really excited about our offensive line. There were some guys that played for the first time last year, like Dylan Matlock and Joe Hatherley were guys that last year hadn't played in a few years in high school, and they're big boys. Joe's 6'3", 260. Dylan's 6'2", 250, all muscle. They're put on so much weight. They were learning last year, and they have just been phenomenal. I mean, they've been probably our 2 best players in camp, Joe and Dylan, and our 2 hardest workers. And you pair them with Damari, who started at center for us last year, and Tristan Voticki was an all-conference player at guard. And then we get Cam Branch back. And if people forgot last year, we played a whole season without Cam Branch.
That's right.
And Cam Branch is a difference maker.
I forgot.
Yeah, so we have 5 guys up front that we're really confident in. And, you know, if we stay healthy with these groups, and you have Brandon, it also gave me the flexibility for me to move Isaiah to like an H-back, fullback kind of kid. And he's athletic as all heck. And Brady Brazell I don't have to play him at guard right now, so we're moving him into like an H-back, fullback role, which he's been phenomenal at.
That's right. He filled
So
in
we have
a lot.
3 guys that can run the ball and block for each other. We're physical. If we stay healthy, we're really excited about the potential of the offense.
So it sounds like you've got the horses up front, and you got the skill players that can really move the ball.
Yeah.
How's the defense look this year?
Defense is similar to last year. I mean, it's those guys up front are the strength. I mean, and the fact that we saw in the Sarah scrimmage, we were able to rotate those linemen, and it kept those guys fresh. And by the end of the scrimmage, I mean, we were really getting some great push because of that. You know, we're expecting, you know, I could let it out now because it's game day, but, you know, we're expecting Van to contribute as a defensive end, and that's length that you can't teach.
Right.
Isaiah is going to move around between there and outside linebacker, wherever he can create havoc. You know, inside, we have double trouble inside, and I would not want to run the football up the middle against us. Brady and Brandon, I think you know pretty well.
Yeah.
They're about as physical, and they're throwback football players. And you run the ball up the middle against us, you have those 2 up there, and it's kind of neat to watch them kind of play off each other. They're the leaders of our defense, they're the heart and soul of it. So up front, we're really happy. The other guys in the secondary, we're kind of piecing between. I mean, the interesting thing this year is we had a lot of skill last year. This year we have like 11 or 12 linemen on the roster, and not as many skill kids. So we're kind of interchanging some things right now. Talon Ellis is a sophomore. We expected to be playing for us a little bit. He's kind of fighting an injury right now, so fingers crossed that he gets a little better, but he'll be in the mix. Owen Tonnery is going to be a starter for us, and anybody from OLSH is familiar with the Tonnerys. And Owen stepped up huge this year as a sophomore. And, of course, you got Dorian, Darion, and Speedy. And, you know, all 3 of those players were first-team all-conference players last year. So, you know, we're pretty confident about where we're going to be there, but we're going to need some contributions from younger guys. So this week we're going to kind of look at a few guys. We had to throw a freshman named Jacob Beam in the game against Sarah, and he held his own. Really excited about his upside. Hunter Tremeni is another freshman that we've been working with. We're excited about his upside as well, and hoping he develops a little bit as the year goes on. So, you know, all in all, and then we have another young man that played this year, Porter Shipley, who was in the school last year, that decided to come out this year, and he's been doing a great job for us at linebacker. So,
nice.
You know, he's a guy that could probably spell the Brazell brothers, but they're hard to get. Those guys don't really ever want to leave the field. So, if they need a break, we got Porter ready.
Nice. Well, sounds like should be an exciting season, Charger Nation. So, if you didn't make it out to this game tonight, hopefully after watching this, you'll come out for the rest of the season. The Chargers and Shenango tonight, and it's the lid lifter for 2023. Hope you can come out the rest of the season. And Coach, good luck tonight and the rest
Thanks,
of the
Tom.
season.
Appreciate it.
All right. Coach Millitzer had a lot to say there, and some hopeful wishing and thinking on the season and tonight. But as you can see on the screen, it's the Wildcats and the Chargers tonight from Moon Township. And we are about ready to go. They just did the national anthem. And before we get going, I'd like to thank our sponsors for the season. I want to thank all these sponsors. Doughboys Oven Fresh Pizza. Order online at doughboys.com, or you can call them at 412-771-1030. IBEW Local Union 712. Lasigo Automotive Sales and Services. You can call them at 412-276-6244. Trim Pittsburgh, a shop for men, located in Lawrenceville and coming to Ross Park Mall in the fall of this year. We also want to thank Brewer Airport Toyota, Western Pennsylvania's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Keep Brewer Airport Toyota in mind and like them on Facebook. Learn more at brewerAirportToyota.com. OLSH.com. And Marty, you can tell us all about that.
Oh, of course. Hey, just a heads up, this Sunday, if no one's got nothing to do, go ahead up to the annual Moon Fire Department. They're having their annual car cruise. We're going to show a lot of new cars up there, so enjoy.
Awesome. I've been driving a Prius that I bought at the dealership.
Yes, you have.
It's 11 years old, but it runs like new.
You get 54 miles per gallon. Who's complaining?
Yeah, actually, I just did a trip up to Lake Erie, up Marblehead, Port Clinton area.
You and Kim do that every year,
Every
right?
year.
Yeah.
And on the way up and the way back, in fact, I'm still running over 51 miles a gallon. Coming back, when I checked it, the gauge, when I got home, on the trip from garage to garage, 53.4 miles a gallon.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
That is crazy. Well, here we go, Al. So we got our captains rolled out here tonight. Our captains tonight is senior twins, Bobby and Brady Burzell, and Dorian Tate, and also Speedy Gardner will be your captains, Al, as well. So here they go.
So the Chargers win the toss. They elect to take the ball. So the Chargers will start with the ball here as the season starts here in 2023. And quickly, Tate's running to the locker room instead of the sidelines.
May have forgot his mouthpiece.
That was it, probably.
Ooh, never know.
Somebody was thinking ahead. He just had to go to the sidelines. Here we go.
Yep.
Chargers are in their purple uniforms, gold trim, gold pants, new purple helmets this year. And Shenango in the black pants. I think it's a navy blue, actually, I think, with the white jerseys and the blue and gold trim.
What a nice human night here at Moon Tiger Stadium and Rip Shear Field. And let me tell you, Al, I see a lot of people in this crowd tonight, and they're pumped for the season, no question.
Again, new season, new field. Chargers playing home games this week and next week. Next week's a Saturday, by the way. We'll mention that again, but Saturday game next week. But here we go. It's Andrew Johnston to kick off for Shenango on the left side of your screen. Puts it in the air. It's a deep kick. This one's going to go all the way back, and it's going to be a touchback. There's a leg on that young man.
Sure is. Over Greer's head by about 10 yards into the end zone and out. So here we go, setting up shop.
Andrew Johnston, a 6-foot, 185-pound senior. He got all 185 pounds into that ball and put it halfway, 5 yards deep into the end zone on a fly.
Yeah.
So the Chargers start at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. New quarterback this year, Van Cables, will take the helm.
OLSH offensive line now, 266 average weight. Look out.
Cables has Burzell as a sidecar as Cables sets up in the shotgun. Twins to either side, quick little pass out. Caught immediately and hit. That was out to Greer out on the near flat. He picks up about 3 yards out to the 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Chargers.
Yeah, nice little toss over there in the corner over here near side. And, boy, I tell you what, he has a nice arm, Cables. And let me tell you, looking at him, Al, up here, it just amazes me how big he is over the whole line.
After a year with Azim, actually a year and a half with Azim at the helm, what was he, 5'9", stretching it, and now you got a 6'5" guy back there. There's Tate in motion. He takes the jet sweep across the far side, cuts it upfield. He's up across the 25, up close to the 27, 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd down for the Chargers. At the 27, it'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, nice run there, and also nice block by Burzell.
Your wideouts are, we got a timeout here for equipment. Greer had an issue. Looks like tape. He'll come to the sideline, and Burzell will come trotting in. We got to say it's Brady Burzell, number 10, and 30 is Brandon. So
yeah, Brandon's our halfback usually.
Luke Vitorino will split wide out part of the tray to the near side. Cables hands it. He hands it off to Burzell, and he's hit in the backfield. He's going to be brought down at the 25. It'll be 4th down for the Chargers.
Looked like a busted play, L, there.
Yeah.
Definitely a busted play, so yeah. So as you said, 4th down and 3.
Trying to find out. I don't have a 15 on my roster. Trying to find out who that is.
For the Chargers? Owen Tonery?
Tate will do the punting for the Chargers.
Yeah, 15 is Owen Tonery.
Tonery, okay.
Yeah.
Gets it away. It's a rolling kick. It's a Charger bounce. It's going to roll out of bounds in Shenango territory at the, looks like the 45-yard line. Shenango will take over there, 1st and 10.
Yeah, the ball kind of skipped to Tate L when he kicked it, or punted, excuse me. Nice little punt, though. We got a decent roll on it. And last year, all-pro punter out of the Black Hills Conference, Mr. Tate, I might add. So there you go.
Okay, 15 is Owen Tonery.
Yes, sir.
I had him down as 13. Maybe he had a jersey issue today.
We had those from time to time.
Yeah.
We do.
So it's going to be junior Sam Patton is lining up in the quarterback position. So who's that deep in the backfield? Can't get the number. He's sideways.
Yeah, that looks like to me it's going to be Greer, but I could be wrong.
No, I mean in the backfield for Shenango.
Oh, I apologize.
Hand it off, and we have a pre-snap whistle.
That would be number 33, Landon Alberti.
Moving before the snap. That'll move Shenango back 5 yards. 1st and 15 from the 40-yard line.
Albertini, let me correct that. Albertini is number 33.
Oh, is that the running back?
Yes, sir, number 33.
Landon, sophomore.
Yes.
5'9", 165. Sam Patton lines up in the shotgun again, and Albertini will line up right behind him. Twins to either side.
Ooh.
Patton, another. Oh, I thought it was a whistle again. There's a quick pass out. That'll get the 5 yards back. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 45. Pass out there to Trenton Ross for the 5-yard gain from Patton.
Boy, K-Ball's come great through the line, Al. It looks like he just nailed. Actually, it was number 24 he nailed, Connor Shearer. And let me tell you, he laid a lick on him.
He was doing that last year before he got hurt.
Oh, so athletic.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. It's called 2nd and 9. Pick up a 6. In motion is Ross. Goes all the way to the far side. Sets up. Hands it off to the sophomore across the 50-yard line. Dragging a couple Chargers with him. He'll get across into Charger territory at the 49. Again, that was Landon Albertini.
Yeah, good penetration on the left side of the line, Al, to pick up that yardage. So, like you stated, 3rd down, and they're calling it 4 to go. Pick up a 5 there.
Get the first hit jitters out of the way.
Right.
Here we go, 3rd and 4.
Looks like OLSH may have moved.
Yeah, OLSH jumped there on the end. Was that one of the Brazils, I think?
Yeah.
Or was it? No, that might have been Isaiah.
It could have been Isaiah Schultz. Hey, jitters, first game, you know.
That'll be a 1st down.
That's why you play week 0, Al. Get it out of your system before you go into the conference play. And what a conference it is this year, huh? I mean, boy.
Yeah, same as last year. I mean, next week is another non-conference game, but it's turned into a big rivalry against Rochester. But
yeah.
From the 44-yard line of the Chargers, it's the Shenango 1st down. Same play. Albertini off the left side. He's going to pick up about 4 yards to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Running over the left side of the line again, Albertini for that pickup.
They're staying away from cables.
Yeah, they are. They know better. Let me tell you, 3 series ago, he laid a lick on that kid. I'm going to tell you.
Patton in the shotgun, 2nd and 6. Albertini moves up alongside. He's going to get the ball again. Same play. This time he only picks up a 1 or 2. Inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be 3rd and 5. Isaiah Schultz making the stop.
Yes, he did. Nice tackle there by Schultz.
Another fine athlete in the Charger athletic system.
Yeah, he led the sacks 2 years in a row for the OLSH Chargers. He's a phenomenal player.
Patton back to pass. Here comes Cavels. He eludes it, steps up, and Patton slides for the first down. Short of the 30-yard line, make it the 31. It'll be 1st and 10 for Shenango at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Patton just took off. Looked like a busted play. He just took off running down the field to the far sidelines to pick up the first down.
We better had to do something. Cable was ready to lower the boom on him.
Yes, he was.
Albertini steps alongside. This time he comes to the right side. Nothing there. Maybe 1 yard. Met by a host of Chargers.
Mr. Brazil to lead the host of Chargers, number 30, Brandon Brazil.
That was Connor Shearer with the run. They're saying, yeah, gain of a 1. We'll give him 1. Second and 9.
That's about right.
Just underway here. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. There is no score. Chargers went 3 and out. Shenango here with a little drive going. Patton is going to throw it, and it's going to be caught.
No, he said he knocked it out of his hand, but maybe I'm wrong. I guess he did catch it. I apologize. I couldn't see there was a player involved.
That's going to be real short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 at the 22.
The way Gardner put his hands in the air, I thought, uh-oh, it hit the ground first, but I guess it didn't. So, yeah, there you go.
This is, I think Patton's going to know. He's going to hand it off, and he's going to be hit. Oh, broke the tackle in the backfield. Gets the first down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line.
Looked like big fullback Jacob Kamer was running the ball, sophomore.
Vocecki with the tackle.
How many times you hear that name last year, El?
Oof.
I'm going to tell you, Tristan is a great junior. He got D1 prospect, there's no question. He's a good ball player.
1st and 10 from the, call it the 18-yard line. Patton takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. Pressure comes, and he's going to go down in the backfield.
Wow.
Van Cables, first in on him. Helped out there by Joe Heatherly.
Big boys on both ends come flying in, El, 100%.
Bookend him. Loss of 4. Back to the 22-yard line.
11th play of the drive.
Again to throw it. Hit in the backfield. It's Tonery with a big hit on at the 25. They'll give him a forward progress, if you want to call it that, to the 24. It's another loss of 2, and it's going to be 3rd down and 15.
Sophomore Tonery come busting in there. There's nowhere for him to go. What a nice play by Tonery. Just a sophomore.
Oh, he made his presence known last year.
Yeah, I heard a lot about him last year as a freshman. And so let me tell you, yeah, they're stepping back here right now, the Wildcats. They're finding their rhythm.
The Chargers are.
Yeah, the Chargers are, I should say.
Patton
yes.
back to pass. Here comes the pressure. He lets it go. This one's over the head of everybody, almost intercepted by Tate. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th and 15. What does Shenango do? Do they try to kick it? They're kicking out. There comes the kicker.
Yes, they are. So let's see what kind of leg he has here.
Andrew Johnson. Well, according to that kickoff, he's got the leg. Of course, let's see what he has under with people giving him pressure.
That's about a 43-yard kick. Looks from here, right?
41 yard.
41-yard kick. Let's see what he got.
Johnston with Patton with the hold. The snap's down. It's up. It's got the distance. It is good. A 41-yard field goal with 4:33 left in the first quarter, and it's 3-0 Shenango. Draws first blood.
13 plays on that drive, El. They drove it right down the field. At the end there, I said, okay, OLSH is going to take back over, but field goal, nice kicker right there.
Oh, yeah, he's got a leg.
3.
That's a weapon.
Sure is.
Hey, we want to let you know about OLSH Trivia Night. It returns on Saturday, September 23rd at 7 p.m. at the AAC. Assemble your team, test your knowledge, and show off your creativity in the table decorating contest. Proceeds benefit the OLSH Athletics General Fund. Also, OLSH students, the annual OLSH Powder Puff football game will take place at Youthtown on Saturday, September 16th at 6 p.m. Come watch the senior and junior girls duke it out for a win. Speaking of, get your Powder Puff game apparel at olshgear.com. T-shirts, sweatshirts are available. Get your order in by September 1st to guarantee delivery in time for the big game. Johnson with the kick. He's going to put this one in the air. This one's going to be at the goal line. Brought out by Tate to the 15, the 20, across the 20 to 25. Still going across the 25. Brought down up near the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 29, 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Yeah, nice little run back here by Tate. But like you said, Johnson got a heck of a foot there, El. So let's see what goes on here, the second series of offense here.
Yeah, the Chargers getting their feet wet at first series. Let's see if they can improve on that. 3-0, as you can see on the scoreboard there. Shenango takes the lead on their first possession. Chargers get a second try here, see if they can improve on that. Greer, Tate, and looks like, is that Vitorino out there on the far side?
Yes.
Cable's out to Greer, makes a move across the 30, breaks it again. Here goes a flag down, across the 40 and out of bounds at the 41, but let's see what the flag is. That was in the area of habeas holtus.
Yeah, it looks like he definitely held Shenango. They're saying incidental face mask.
On defense?
On the defense.
Oh. So the Chargers will take the yards, which will be a first down for the Chargers. Should be, yeah, first down. Oh. Oh, 5 yards from the end of the run.
Yep.
So it goes out to the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Nice little play and tacked on some penalty yards there.
Yeah, no question.
Trips to the near side. Cable's in the shotgun. Brazell next to him.
Boy, right there, number 3, Dorian Tate was wide open. I don't know what happened there, but he was wide open. It just overthrew him, it looks like, El. So here comes in number 10, Brady Brazell with the play. Call it 2nd down and 10, 4:08 to go here, 3-0. The Wildcats lead here at Moon Stadium.
Sorry about the camera situation, folks. We just got told. I thought there was somebody down there on it. We're fixing that situation as we speak. Handoff there in the backfield.
Number 30, Brandon Brazell, hit by a host of Wildcats, El. He might have lost one. In fact, he did. He lost one.
Lost one.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Chargers after that series opening first play. Kind of stalled out a little bit here.
Yeah.
Trips to the near side for the Chargers. Cable's in the backfield. He's got 3 seconds left on the clock. He gets the snap off. He rolls to the near side. Being chased. Gets the ball off. It's wide open. Is Speedy down inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. What a pass from Cables to Speedy Gardner down at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 Chargers.
That was about a 40-yard pass.
With a flick of the wrist.
And let me tell you, right there stood Gardner, and what a nice catch he made over his head to bring it in. 1st and 10 Chargers knocking on the red zone.
And we have a timeout, Shenango. That'll be the first of the game for them with 3:05 left here in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Shenango, but Chargers trying to say something about that.
There's no question about Mr. Cable's arm. I'm going to tell you, that was a nice pass downfield. He just stood in the pocket and just wrist flicked it right down the field, and to Gardner.
Hey, save the date, folks, for the OLSH Fall Open House. That will happen on Sunday, October 22nd. Explore all that OLSH has to offer and see what makes OLSH the best independent Catholic high school in our region. Yeah, you said that was 40 yards down the field, and Van just flicked his wrist out there, and it just a perfect spiral down the field, and gives Speedy all the credit because he was wide open in the middle of the field.
No one
near him.
15 yards of him. No question. It's a threat here, these wide receivers, all three of them, Tate, Gardner, and also Greer.
And Vitorino.
And Vitorino, that's right.
Cable's going to take it off the right side. He's got the corner, up the field, across the 15. He dives ahead, and he's down close to the first down. He's going to be just short, I think, at the 12. He needs to get to the 11.
Yeah, just a yard short.
It'll second down and 1.
Boy, he took off. That looks like he stumbled a little bit. If he wouldn't have fallen, I think he'd have went a little further. But hey, he got where he needed to be.
He's not only big, Marty. He's fast as well. He got to that corner quick.
Yeah, I mean, don't let him fool you with his size. There's no question.
Brandon Brazell in the backfield with Cables. Trips to the near side for the Chargers from the 12-yard line. Cables looking to pass. Got the time. Into the end zone. It's tipped and almost intercepted in the end zone. Trying to hit Tate right down the middle of the field. It'll be 3rd and 1.
They had 3 guys on Tate. He had triple coverage. Nothing he can do in that point. It just was tipped, and I thought, uh-oh, they're going to intercept it, but they missed it. The Wildcats, I should say. So, like you said, 3rd down and 1 yard, 2:16 left on the clock.
You got to say that priority here is it's 2-down territory. Get the first down, get another set of downs.
It's true, El. Football 101.
Yep. You got 2nd down and short, might go for it.
Give it to Mr. Brazell in the backfield. Just let him just turn.
Yeah. Brandon again, be the sidecar to Cables. Trips to the far side on the short side of the field, and we're going to have a timeout called by the Chargers. It'll be their first of the game with 2:16 left here in the first. And it's a cool thing. We were you and I, while we got a minute, we were down on the field prior to the game in warm-ups and talking to the coaching staff. Nick Militzer, by the way, and he's all excited. They got clearance from the was it FAA or whatever, the Federal Avionic, whatever, because they got a drone for the team.
Yeah.
So they're using the drone. I just saw the drone come down behind the end zone there, that they're using a drone to film so that they can see the plays.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, this close to the airport, you got to make sure that, you know, you get that pass, I'm sure.
Right.
You know, FAA, you don't want nothing to do with those guys.
There it goes. I'm looking at the scoreboard. There goes the drone back up again, getting ready for the play.
I see it.
You see it?
Yes, sir. Good call. I never saw that till you said that.
I see the pilot standing back there by the soccer goals, by the blocking dummies.
Yeah, very young. So here we go.
3rd and 1 from the 12. Cable's out there with Brazell in the backfield. Same setup before the timeout. Cables with a quick pass across the middle, touchdown! It's over to Darion Greer into the end zone for the first Charger touchdown of the season. It's a 12-yard pass and catch from Cables to Greer. And we mentioned prior to the game, Chargers don't have a kicking game, so it looks like they'll be going for 2.
What a nice pass. He put a nice little touch on it right there to Greer. And that's first of many for Greer this season, I'm sure, Al. And, boy.
So the offense stays out, obviously. They'll send Brazell in motion. That's Brady Brazell. He'll come back. Cables rolling to his right. Flips it out, and that one, little miscommunication. Looked like he was headed for Greer again, but the pass was behind him. Falls incomplete So with 2:11 left here in the first quarter, it's the Chargers 6, Shenango 3. Hey, interested in supporting our OLSH Chargers? Visit www.olshathletics.org and check out the fundraiser section in the Fan Zone tab for the latest fundraising opportunities. Hey, don't want to be forgetting and leave out. I want to get a shout out to Heather Parker, with the assistant to Coach Mack and the president, and she has helped me out tremendously, and she's not only their right-hand girl, she's my right-hand girl as well, and I want to say thanks, Heather. Put that out there for everybody to know. She has done tremendous amount to help put this production on.
Yeah, she does a great job. We're talking to her before the game, Mel. That's a good point. You know, it's a people inside the game that helps. You know, it always takes a village, so that's great.
Yeah, she wasn't there at the beginning of last season, and I'll tell you, it was chaotic. And boy, she made it so smooth. And I'm sure she works like a duck. She looks calm and collected on the outside, but I'm sure underneath she was working her little hiney off. There's a little kick. This one is going to twist and be jumped on by, again, I don't have a 53 for Shenango.
Yeah, I don't know who that would be, but looks like Schultz is kicking for the Chargers.
Yeah.
And that last drive, L9 plays 80 yards to the house, 12-yard pass from Cables over to Mr. Greer for a touchdown for 6. Obviously, the 2-point conversion no good.
Shenango now will take over at their own 35, trailing the Chargers now 6-3. Patton's still in at quarterback for the Wildcats. Will be in the shotgun, standing at his 30-yard line. Hand it off. Oh, kept by Patton. He goes up the middle and he's hit after a short gain, maybe 3 yards. Chargers sniffed that one out, but Patton was able to pick up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the Shenango 37.
Yeah,
Excuse me, 38.
That was Mr. Tonery again, one more time, Mel, along with Mr. Brazel on the tackle. Tonery showed up today. There's no question.
Matlock on the end here, on the near side for the Chargers. Patton awaits on a 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Here comes the rush. He steps up, eludes one, didn't elude the second. It'll be a 2-yard pickup, but the tackle by Cables brings him down, chased him down from behind. He came all the way from the far side linebacker spot.
He sure did, Al. He was over on a D end, come all the way across and just nailed him. And like you said, he just come out of nowhere. So,
he's quick.
Let me tell you.
He's surprisingly quick. I didn't expect him to be that fast, but he is quick.
This defensive line and offensive line is athletic as anybody else in the Class 1ification. It's really good this year.
Brings up 3rd and 5. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Patton now looking to pass. Here comes the rush. It's out, caught and hit immediately, and brought down by Isaiah Schultz. He'll pick up 1, but it's going to be 4th and 4 for Shenango. What a play by Schultz, as Patton had to get unload on it. 4 Chargers were barreling down on him.
He sure did, and if you notice too, Shenango moved on a play.
They did.
But the referee did not see it. So, and as karma would have it, it's 4th and 4. And they're going back to punt. Here comes Johnson into the punt.
Back deep is Tate. Johnston the kick. Let's see if he can punt it as well as he place kicks it. Man, I'm telling you, this kid's he's a weapon for Shenango.
No question.
Down to 3 seconds left on the play clock, and they're going to have to use the timeout here.
They just don't know what's going on. Someone called the play in, and they didn't know what was going on. There was a miscommunication somewhere on the Shenango side. So it's number 2 timeout for Shenango.
Shenango.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the end of the quarter.
I apologize. It was.
It was. So, at the end of the first, it is the Chargers 6. Shenango 3.
College and pro, they'll actually give the defense a chance to.
Well, they'll switch sides. Same thing's going to happen. Tate will go back deep. Johnston will be back to kick for Shenango. He's going to stand inside his 30-yard line awaiting the snap. He'll get it off outside the 30-yard line. The ball sits on the Shenango 41.
Yes, it does. And let's see what goes on here. I'm going to tell you, Johnson got one of the better legs I've seen for a while. And here we go.
Gets it away. High into the air toward the near side, and it's going to hit out of bounds. It hit out of bounds about the 32-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it right there. It hit right on the line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chargers at their own 33-yard line as we just start the second quarter.
Most of you guys are probably too young to understand this, but me and El does. That was a Ray Guy-like punt with the hang time. I mean, it was up in the air for a while. And, boy, this kid got a nice leg on him.
He does. He might have a future at the next level.
Yeah.
Not saying he could be a D1, but.
Yes, sir.
So the Chargers with a 6-3 lead here as we start quarter number 2. Take over at their own 32-yard line. Cables gets the snap, looking to pass it. He's got the bubble screen out to the far side and some open room back there. It's Tate down the sideline, the 30, the 20, nobody to beat. It's going to be a 68-yard catch. And no, that was Gardner.
That was Gardner.
That was Speedy. I thought that was Tate. That was Speedy Gardner with the touchdown. 68 yards down the sideline, untouched. Chargers get another touchdown, and look out.
One play, 68 yards, 11:55. Took 9 seconds off the clock, Al. 68-yard bomb. Well, I wouldn't say bomb. It was more Gardner running the ball. It was a bubble screen to the far side to score the touchdown. And just like that, it's 12-3 Chargers.
Again, the Chargers going for 2. Lack of a kicking game right now. They're working on getting a kicker, but at this point, nothing in camp.
Nothing in camp, but hey.
I mean, hey, that's how they got Fryer a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Billy Fryer took over because of that.
Brazell in motion. Cables hands it off. No, he flips it out to Brazell. He breaks one. He's going to get into the end zone.
Wow.
It's a 2-point conversion for the Chargers, and it's 14-3 Chargers. That was the never die probability by Brady Brazell. He went in motion, just went out onto the flat, Marty, and caught the pass and would not be denied.
Yeah, he had his legs caught up. He looked like he was going to be stopped for no gain, and all of a sudden he just broke open and just kept turning the legs, as you see there on TV or on the broadcast. And right now we're leading 14-3. The Chargers now take over.
Unbelievable. What a play by the Chargers. Again, Brady Brazell. That was all Brady Brazell because he got hit short of the goal line and just refused to go down.
Tough-nosed kid from McKees Rocks. Let me tell you, that kid just kept churning his legs out. It never surprises me, the Brazell twins. So just like that, out of nowhere, right there, it's 14 unanswered points. And the Chargers look like they're just in control right now. I know it's only 14-3, but they're just putting everything together.
Oh, there was a unsportsmanlike conduct against Shenango applied onto the kickoff. So the Chargers will kick off on the Shenango 45-yard line. Sorry about that. I didn't see that call. So from the 45-yard line, Schultz will tee it up. Good kid.
Yeah, Schultz,
Awesome football player. He's a great pitcher and first baseman for the baseball team. And
yeah, he does a lot.
He got hurt during latter half of the baseball season last year and missed it, and the Chargers sure could have used him in the playoffs.
I bet you he could have.
Schultz gets the whistle. Here's the run-up. Left-footed kick. He gets it down there inside the 15. Picked up, and Schultz goes down and makes the tackle.
Unbelievable.
Inside the 25-yard line.
So he kicks it about 25. Well, there's a penalty on the play. Let's see what that's all about. But let me tell you, when you recover your own kick for a tackle, it's pretty darn good.
Let's see. Dead ball. Personal foul against Shenango.
Oh.
This will back them up even more.
So they're really
kicking themselves in the
They
foot.
really are. They just keep moving back.
So from the 25, it should go back to the 10-yard? No, half the distance.
Half the distance is right.
So it goes to about the 12.
Yes, sir.
Actually, mark at the 13. 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for Shenango.
Let's see what this defense can do here tonight.
Oh, boy. This is where you want your defense just to dig in and just deny them a first down here.
They'll give them a lot of confidence out, there's no question.
11:37 left in the half. 14-3. Shenango scored first with a field goal, and the Chargers have come back with two back-to-back touchdowns.
Yep.
Patton with the call from the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. Up the middle. He'll pick up a couple up to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
That was a nice tackle by number 50, Dylan Matlock, on the tackle, Al, coming up there. And let me tell you.
That was Albertini with the run.
Yes, it was. Nowhere to go.
Opening night, WPIL, week, as Marty said, week 0. You don't have to play tonight, but a lot of teams elect to get that extra game in. Patton again with Albertini next to him. He can hand it off again, and he's hitting the backfield and brought down. Brandon Brazell says, not on my watch, and all the way back to the 11-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down, and from behind the sticks, it'll be 3rd down and 11 for Shenango.
Senior linebacker and running back Brandon Brazell just broke through there. Nobody was stopping him to tackle him. So, wow. 3rd down and 11 to go for Shenango Wildcats. And looks like the Chargers are running on all cylinders right now. They got all kind of confidence.
Empty set for Patton. Got 4 wide receivers. Quick pass out to the near side. That one's going to be dropped, incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 11 for Shenango from their 11.
Yep, so
Tonery with the pressure there.
It was. So Patton threw it out there, and it was kind of low, Al. It was around the shoestrings.
Yeah.
He couldn't hold on.
That would have been a nice catch if he could hold on. But
it would have been.
As soon as the ball touched him, Tonery touched him. So.
Yeah.
So Johnston will await the snap at the goal line. Back deep around the 50-yard line is Tate. Johnson with the kick. Oh, and he muffs it. Sends it over toward Greer. It hits Greer. Look out here. And Shenango's going to end up with it. A muffed kick by Greer. And Landon Albertini will pick it up right at midfield. It's 1st and 10 for Shenango at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it hit Greer's hands and bounced back out. And right there was Albertini, Joni on a spot. And so Shenango takes over.
Wow, what a turn of events there. Chargers had them stopped deep in their own territory, ready to take over, and Shenango comes up with a muffed kick. Chargers going to have to crank down the defense one more time. 10-13 left in this first half, second quarter. Patton, an empty set. He's going to fling it down the field, far side. This one's going to be caught inside the 25-yard line.
And somebody's hurt for the OLSH Chargers. I don't know who that is, but he's laying on the sideline. They're calling timeout.
Trenton Ross with the catch. Let me see who that is over there.
I thought it was Gardner. I could
It
be
is.
wrong.
It is. Speedy Gardner.
Yeah, it's
is
Gardner.
down over there.
He tried to catch up to the pass.
It looks like cramp.
Maybe.
They're
I'm
stretching him
hoping.
out as Aaron.
Remember to keep the players on the field.
Aaron Nitapisky. Sorry about that, Aaron. She is the not the trainer. It's injury recovery something. I can't remember what the IRT stands for.
Anyways, it was a 23-yard pass from Johnson to I didn't say who caught the ball. I'm so sorry.
That was Ross.
Ross. Okay, so 23-yard pass to Ross on the far sideline, and looks like you said that Gardner got some cramps, and I'm just glad that's the case. Yeah, it's a kind of a crampy night, with the humidity.
The humidity and the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're stretching him out over there.
Old wives' tale: drink a lot of yellow mustard. He said it'll calm that. So
pickle juice.
Pickle
is the
juice
new
as
thing.
well.
Yeah, pickle juice.
Okay, so.
Yeah, he's up walking around right now trying to stretch
Yeah.
it out, but he's going to have to sit out at least this play.
Yes.
So.
It just looks like he got caught, like he went to turn around and the kid just went by him. And I think he just got caught up. He might have had a cramp before that happened because the kid blew by him like nothing was going on.
Right.
And Gardner got a lot of speed, so I think that's what happened. He probably cramped up.
Yep.
Couldn't defend the pass.
10:05 left. A couple big plays here for Shenango. A couple in a row. The kicked in the pass there. Patton again to pass, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. First one there was
Mr. Tonery.
Tonery and Damari Broff were there.
Tonery having a big game, Al. That's 3 or 4 solo tackles along with, of course it wasn't solo, but 3 good tackles he made tonight, big plays.
Loss all the way back to the 27. It'll be 2nd and 15 for Shenango. Once again, Shenango gets the ball moving, and then they start moving backwards, see if the Chargers can keep that trend going here. Garner's still being stretched out on the far sideline.
Yeah, takes a little bit with
Yeah,
cramps,
oh yeah.
let me tell you. He moved his right.
He did, and there
he
goes the
certainly
flag.
did move. The line moved.
Yep, they
I
did.
mean,
There was like 2 or 3 of them that moved.
oh, yeah.
False start. That'll move Shenango back another 5. It'll be 2nd down and 20.
Shenango self-imploding a lot tonight. The Chargers, when they have to make the big plays, they are. So, yeah, all day long he moved. I'm like, when are you going to throw a flag?
Yeah. 2nd and 20 from the 32 now. Twins to either side. Be Ross in the backfield. Patton back to pass. Here comes the rush. He gets it off. Down the middle, incomplete, and leveled by Greer. And there's going to be a flag. There.
He's going to say helmet to helmet. I guarantee that's what the call is. And he did not. He hit his shoulders.
No, it was shoulder
It
on
was shoulder to
on
shoulder.
chest.
Yep.
There's a new penalty this year, 10 to 16.
That's going to be a penalty on the Chargers.
Open arms or wrap. Otherwise, still defense is even now.
Yeah, the gentleman next to me is telling me there's a new penalty this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. They're going to call it regardless.
It'll be first down
Defensive
for Shenango.
receiver. Yeah, it will not be an automatic
Oh,
first
that's
down.
right. That's right. That's right.
So it'll be 2nd and 5, I think.
2nd and 5.
Yeah.
And I think it all goes from the line of scrimmage now too.
So the wide receiver was stretched out, and he just got lit up. But unfortunately, that is a penalty in high school rules. So here we go.
So 2nd and 5 now instead of 2nd and 20. And the ball is up on the 16-yard line. Same setup. Twins to either side for Patton. He has Ross. No, that's Albertini in the backfield. And they'll flip it into the end zone, a little corner pattern. And that one, he's out of bounds. Yep. He caught the ball, but he was out of bounds. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, number 5, Jacob Brom. He definitely helped out. Threw him out of bounds there. He pushed him out of bounds. But that was a nice play by Brom. Bame. I'm sorry. Bame is right.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5. Yeah, it's actually 3rd and 4, actually, yeah.
It'll be 3rd and 4 from the OLSH 16-yard line.
From the 16. They need to get to the 12 to keep this drive going. Patton looking to pass. Here comes Cables. They'll get it in and out of the hands. Again, the pressure from the Chargers. That was Ross, could not hold on to it. And it'll be 4th down. And sure enough, I bet you Johnston comes in and kicks another field goal.
Yeah.
No movement yet. Offense is going to stay out there. It'll be 4th and 4.
And one more time, Greer was all over the receiver. I mean, he's really shadowing him tonight. There's nowhere to move between him and them. I think there's a sheet of paper, as we call it, between both of them.
And I'll tell you what, the receivers, they'll note who's on them, and they're going to be have that timid approach to catching the ball. A lot of alligator arms as the game moves on.
Got timeout Chargers.
Timeout Chargers.
Timeout taken by OLSH.
It's their 2nd timeout. Oh, sorry, I had the penalty flag going up there yet.
So this drive started on a 50-yard line. We kept moving back, moving up, and here we are in the 16 for Shenango. 4th and 4.
By the way, I just want to mention that play over there in the end zone by Bame. Bame is only a freshman.
Is that right, El?
Yeah. Jacob Bame is a 5'10", 165-pound wide receiver and defensive back. Freshman.
That was a nice coverage there by Brame.
So it's going to be 4th and 4 from the 16. Can the Chargers hold? It doesn't look like Shenango wants to settle for a field goal here because they're seeing that they're not able to stop the Chargers.
Haven't yet so far.
First drive, first possession is the only time they stop them. Here we go, 4th and 4. Cables has trips to the far side, or Patton does. Looks, passes, incomplete, knocked down. I see no flags. 1st and 10 Chargers. They take over and turn over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chargers at the 16.
Nice defensive play there. And let me tell you, El, they look pretty darn good tonight on defense and offense. They really do. They're just getting their feet wet, week 0 like we keep saying. But it seems like Shenango keeps self-imploding, and the Chargers keep driving.
Yep. It's just like Coach Millitzer said in the pregame interview. He's excited about the defense this year. It's going to be tough to move the ball on the Chargers, and so far they've proven that. I mean, Shenango's moved the ball more on penalties and a muffed kick than actually other than that first drive, and the Chargers bent but didn't break.
Yep.
So with 8:40 left in the half, Chargers take over. Full house backfield, Cables in the shotgun. He'll hand it off right up the middle. And he's going to, looks like he's going to lose about a half a yard.
Yep.
Well, they're going to say no gain. That's still at the 16. It'll be 2nd and 10. I'm going to go on a limb and say that was Brazil with the carry.
I would have to say you're right.
Because both of them were in the backfield.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't ask me which one. I'm sorry.
Yep. Well, Brandon's back in there now.
Brandon's there now. Brady just came out of the game.
Yep.
Trips to the near side for the Chargers. Brandon will set up to the left side of Cables. Cables looking to pass. Flips it across the middle. What a grab by Tate out at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Chargers. Tate climbs the ladder and comes down with it. 1st and 10.
What a nice 14-yard grab by Tate.
Unbelievable. He went up and said, he had those Bolitnikoff stick 'em on his hands on that one, I'm telling you.
We're talking 70s, but let me tell you, that was a nice pass by the quarterback, and let me tell you, with the nice grab.
15 yards, they're marking him at the 31.
Yep, so it's 15-yard pickup right there.
One timeout for the Chargers. Under 7.5 to go. Looking to tack on. Trips to the near side. Cable's going to keep it himself this time. Up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles. Across the 35. Up close to the 40. They're going to mark him down at the 39-yard line. It'll be second down for the Chargers, but Cable's, that was a designed run right up off the left side.
Yeah, no question. Now, he had a lot of room there. And I'm going to tell you, he has more speed than you think he does. And we have an injured player, Brandon Brazell.
Oh, Brandon down, yep.
Yeah, he's down. Hopefully he just cramps.
They'll mark him down actually at the 38-yard line. It'll be second down and 3.
Oh, he got back up. I guess he's like, leave me alone. I'm going back in.
No, that's the Brazells.
That's the Brazells. Hard nose.
They could be out there with a half a leg and say,
Yeah.
I'm fine, Coach.
I'm fine. Get away from me. I'm in.
It's like in search of the Holy Grail with the knight, you know? It's like, oh, merely a flesh wound.
Yeah, he has to come out for one play, though.
Yeah,
but
he does.
Yeah. But, yeah, there's no question. That's a good analogy. Yeah, so the Brazells are something else, let me tell you. They are tough kids.
He's probably upset that he went down on a knee and has to come out for a play.
Oh, he did. They're always one in some time of the action. There's no question. Baseball field, football field, you can anybody do it.
Under 7 to go. Yeah, last year he had a bad ankle and he still wanted to play in a playoff game, so he did. Second and 3 from the 38. Cable's checking off. Got trips to the near side.
Blitz is coming. Blitz is coming. We got it picked up. We got it picked up.
There's a pass down the field. And this one is going to be, in and out of the hands. Almost intercepted, and Greer still almost came up with it down at the Shenango 30-yard line. Cables throws into double team. And I'll tell you what, that was a perfect spiral to Greer.
Sure was, but right there stood A.J. Farella and also Landon Albertini. And I thought for sure he had it, El, but, yep, just a little short.
3rd and 3 from the 38. Again, Cables just ignoring the pressure that was coming in on him and just heaved a great pass down the field.
Yeah, no one's going to bring this kid down. You know, he's been like Frame, 6'5", 230.
Exactly.
He's going to be a hard drink of water to bring down. See over that line? I mean, it's awesome to be that size.
Brazell in the backfield. Cables rolls to the near side. Looking, flips it down the field, and there's Greer all alone behind the D. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. It's a 62-yard pass, catch, and run for the Chargers, and they are in the end zone for a 3rd time today.
Unbelievable. That's 2 catches tonight, touchdown catches to Greer. That's 3 on a night for Mr. Van Cables, and let me tell you, right now the Chargers are rolling, 20-3.
He was 10 yards behind the defense, Marty. There was nobody near him.
Nobody. He was standing there like, throw me the ball. And Mr. Cables found him.
I think what happened was Van semi-tucked the ball, ran to the near side, and I think the defense came up to thinking he was going to run, and the wide open was Darion.
Crazy. All
right, they're 1 for 2 in the 2-point conversions. Both the Brazells in the backfield flanking. And Cable's a little shovel pass. And it was tipped and almost caught for the 2-point conversion in the end zone by Schultz. But the conversion is no good. And with 6:23 left in the half, it's the Chargers 20. Shenango Wildcats 3. Hey, join us at Moon Stadium on September 30th as the Chargers take on the Chartiers Houston Buccaneers in the homecoming football game. Stay tuned for more information on special alumni perks and be here to watch us crown the homecoming king and queen. That's September 30th. Also, there's no better way to see yourself as an OLSH student than to become an OLSH Charger for a day. All 8th grade students and transfers to grades 10 and 11 are invited to join us as a shadow for the day and experience firsthand what it's like to be a student. Students will be assigned to a Charger ally, which is their host for a day, and will attend classes, meet teachers and students, and eat lunch on us. The Chargers for a Day program begins on October 3rd. Pre-register for your experience at www.olsh.org/visit.
That play took 2:23 off the clock. 6 plays, 223, 84 yards, 20-3 to Mr. Greer for number 2 on the night.
Isaiah Schultz will tee it up at the 40-yard line. And again, he's going to line drive this one to the up man, and he'll catch it and dive right down right at the 40. There's a penalty flag comes down. I think this one's going to be on Shenango.
I think it as well.
They're going to mark it at the 41 for now, but let's see what the penalty is. Dead ball, personal foul against Shenango. Again, great field position. This will back them up 15 yards. Back to the 26-yard line, if my math is correct.
That's about right.
That's completely unnecessary. Just lit that dude up.
Yep, back to the 26. And that's where Shenango will take over. With 6:21 left here in this first half. Chargers with a 20-3 lead. Shenango first on the board, and it's been all Chargers since.
Yeah, 20 unanswered points, no question, Al.
Patton in the backfield, hands it off, right up the middle. Chargers will let him run it. He'll gain about 2 or 3, short of the 30-yard line.
I couldn't see who the tackle was, I'm sorry.
He gets up to the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7. Yeah, pretty tight set, one wide out to the near side. Patton hands it off again to the inside. Hit in the backfield. He'll spin forward maybe for one up to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Van Cavels with the tackle, and there's a Shenango down on the field.
Yeah,
Shenango Wildcat.
Van Cables is unbelievable. I mean, he can do it all, Al. I can see why they have so much respect for this boy.
Can't see the numbers, too many. Van Cavels is in the way. That's a big boy.
Yeah, it is.
And again, this looks like it's just another cramp that are stretching him out. I'm assuming they're doing the cramp stretch.
Yeah, they are.
And I can't see who it is, but 5:36 left here in this first half. Chargers trying to make a stop here to maybe get the ball one more time. Shenango has 2 timeouts left. And you can see their Chargers with 1.
Actually, Al, I apologize. There's 3 catches a night for Greer for touchdowns. I forgot about the first one.
It's sophomore Landon Albertini with the cramp.
Their running back.
Yep, one of their 2. Ross is another one that's been running some.
So Greer for 12, Greer for 68, and Greer for 62 so far tonight. 3 touchdown catches for Greer on the night.
So empty set now for Patton. 3rd and 6 from the 30-yard line. Patton back to pass, flips it out, it makes the catch. Is that Ross? Oh, he's slung down by Schultz, short of the first down. It'll be 4th down for Shenango at their 33-yard line.
I can see why Schultz is at key D end over there.
That was Ross with the catch. And they're going to go for it. 4th and 3.
You're going to have to at this point of the game. I mean, Chargers just throwing it down your throat.
Approaching 5 minutes to go here in this half. Shenango taking their time. And why not? If they don't make it, they
running time off the clock, right?
Yeah. Still have 10 seconds left on the play clock. Empty set for Patton. Twins to either side. Down to 4 seconds. That's going to be delay a game. And it is. They'll take the penalty. I mean, Patton looking right at the play clock. He knew he saw it rolling, winding down. Oh, take the penalty. Here comes Johnson out the kick.
Yep.
So that'll back him up to the 28-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 8. Johnson stands at his 16-yard line, awaits the snap. Back is Tate. There's the kick toward the far sideline. Tate will watch it hit and let it bounce. That's the smart move.
I was going to say
that's
very
a veteran
smart
move there. It'll roll dead inside the 40-yard line. The Chargers will take over at their own 38. With 4:12 left, Chargers have one timeout, and they have a 17-point lead, 20-3.
Yes, they do, El. And, boy, I'm going to tell you, if anyone had any doubts at all by
So
Cable's arm,
what do you do here if you're the Chargers, Marty? I mean, do you play the clock out, or do you try to put the dagger in the heart?
put the dagger in the heart. I mean, you still got 4:12 left on the clock. You can stay in a nice drive with 4:12. That's what I would do. I mean, it's week 0. You're trying to figure out everything, but I'm sure they're going to try something different, with a comfortable 17-point lead at almost a half.
Yeah, and you know what? And Coach Militzer told me, he says he's going to try to keep it as vanilla as he can today on offense and defense.
You don't want to show too much, yeah.
For the conference play.
Yeah.
Cable's back to pass, a little flip pass out to the far side, a little move by, is that Tate?
Yes, it is.
Was the catch. He picks up about 4 or 5 yards. Keeps the clock running, under 4 minutes to go.
Boy,
Goes up to the 43-yard line.
3 good weapons this year, Al. It's scary. Greer, Tate, and also Gardner. That's scary.
And Vitorino.
And Vitorino as well. I apologize. I forgot about Luke.
He came in late last year and made his presence known.
Yeah. What a great group.
I'm telling you. And then you got the Brazils catch the ball out of the backfield. Schultz can come in as a H-back.
A lot of experience, a lot of chemistry this year on this OLSH Charger team.
Twins to either side. Brazil in the backfield along with Cables. 2nd and 5 from the 43. Cables, the quick pitch to this side. Greer picks it up. A little bubble screen. Across the middle of the field. First down and more. Across the 45. Close to the 40. Mark him down at the Shenango 42-yard line. Cables just picking the defense apart here.
Wow. A nice 20-yard pickup. Actually, 18-yard pickup by Greer. He's over 130 yards the first half catching. And I couldn't tell you exactly, but Mr. Brazil will tell us here
at halftime.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Chargers at the Wildcat 42. Chargers on the move again. We're under 3 minutes to go here in the half. Chargers still have one timeout left. Trips to the near side. Van looks over to defense. Takes a snap. Takes it, puts it in and out of the hands of Brazil, and he hits Greer across the middle, up close to the first down.
Yeah.
There's a flag. There's a flag on the play?
Yes, there is.
Greer is marked at the 30-yard line. This would be a first down. Let's see what the flag is. No flag, I think.
He picked it back up. Oh, he got cramps. Darian Greer went down with cramps again. He's laying on the field.
They picked the flag up. No flag. Yeah, and Greer's cramping up.
Yeah. I mean.
There you see him right in the middle of your screen.
With 5 catches, 130 yards, and 3 touchdowns, I'll be cramping too, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what the yardage is.
Yeah.
And Van's passing yards.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to a lot of long runs, but still.
Well,
that was like Tyler Bradley. I mean, he was one of the top quarterbacks, and a lot of his passes were just little shovel passes behind the line of scrimmage.
That's crazy.
I mean, they all count the same. Hey, once again, we want to thank our sponsors. Doughboys Oven Fresh Pizza, IBEW Local Union 712, Lasego Automotive Sales and Service, Trim Pittsburgh, and Brewer Airport Toyota. Thank you, folks, for chipping in and making these broadcasts possible.
Al, I'm looking through my notes. Believe it or not, 5 catches, 160 yards for Greer first half.
That's our unofficial notes so far.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Okay, Greer comes off. Schultz walks along with him, and
it just gets so frustrating, I'm sure, as an athlete. I'm cramping. I want to get in there, but I'm cramping. There's nothing you can do. I mean, I know me. When I get cramps, I know I'm old, but when I get cramps, if the house is on fire, I can't get out.
Right.
I mean, it's the way it's going to be.
And the thing is that you can't, once you get them, you got them. You got to prep for this like
you do.
2 days ahead of time. You got to be drinking tons of water.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 2nd and 1. Trips in. The Chargers jumped. That'll move the Chargers back. Brazil jumped.
Only thing
Brady Brazil. That'll back him up. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The only thing that worries me is when you're in tight games, you don't have a kicking game. It kind of worries me a little bit. You know, you start playing the Bishop Canavas and the Fort Cherry Rangers and the Burgestown Blue Devils. You know, you got some big conference games coming.
But again, if you can move the ball and
Sure,
score,
at will.
I mean, I'll take. You know, think of all the great Aliquippa teams.
Oh, there's
they
no
couldn't
question.
kick and they would just 6-point you to death.
Of course.
So, but I know the coaching staff said that they were definitely looking to try to get them a kicker, but we're working on it. Trips to the near side. Tate goes in motion. It'll be Brazell up the middle. Breaks through the front line and gets pulled down. Yeah, maybe no gain, maybe 1 yard. We'll see. It'll be 3rd down, but the clock keeps running. It's under 2 minutes to go here.
A generous 1 yard, yeah.
It'll mark it at the 38. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 6.
So what do you do here 4th down? Maybe just let the clock run out?
I would, you got 2 plays to run here and just take your time. Use the clock as much as you can.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put the ball in the air unless it was a RPO and you got somebody that's like behind the D like you had a couple times already. But trips to the near side for the Chargers. Brazell in the backfield. Cables gets the snap. He's going to roll to the near side. RPO here. Down the sidelines it goes. There's Tate with the catch and out of bounds inside the 15 at about the 11 or 12 yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
My goodness, a 22-yard pass from Cables
at the 11-yard line.
To 11-yard line. Down to Mr. Tate. Using all the weapons tonight.
Marty, that's why we're up here, man. That was Tate with another great catch along the sidelines.
Jeez.
Able to get out of bounds to stop the clock with exactly 1 minute to go here in the half. Chargers knocking on the door for a 4th time.
Just chewing his clock up and then taking control. That's the name of the game.
Brady Brazell to the left side of Van Cables. Twins to either side. Here goes Tate in motion. Cables looking to pass it. He flips it out, and that one is almost caught by Tate. A shoestring catch that almost was.
That was pretty smart play by Van Cables because of the fact, that Albertini was closing, and then all of a sudden, Tate ran right by him. And I said, if it was right to him, he'd have been in for no problem.
2nd down and 10 from the 11. Chargers can get a 1st down without getting in the end zone, Marty, so bear that in mind.
Yeah.
56 seconds left on the first half clock. Greer and Tate to the far side, Gardner and Tate to the far side. Hand off to Brandon Brazell, up the middle, inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. Tackle there by Blaze Dando. Quickly to the line of the Chargers. It's 3rd and 5. Brandon Brazell one more time. It's Cables. Gaben, take it away. He dives in. And they're going to say he's down. It should be a 1st down, though. It's inside the 1. Van Cables gave it to Brandon Brazell, took it away, and went off the right side. And he dives for the sidelines. And if it's not a 1st down, it's right at the sticks. This would be close enough for a measurement.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Van Cables. Let me tell you, Al, right there.
1st and goal for the Chargers from the 1-yard line.
So right here, he just pond the rock, give it to Brazell up the middle, and just finish it off.
A timeout, official timeout. And I think they're going to talk about, boy, you hear the wind. That's not the wind. That's a fan. It's hot up here. Thanks for bringing the fan in, Marty.
No problem. I'm a big OLSH fan. No, I'm glad we can, thanks for letting me come over and help you tonight. Like I said, Christian Harbaugh, where's he over in Hungary, right?
Hungary with the USA 3-on-3 team. Basketball team.
Al said, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? I said, nothing. What do you want to do? He says, it's call a game. I said, it sounds like a plan. Always have fun with you, Al. You're the man.
Let's get the old boys back together
Let's
again.
do it. Let's do it.
And by the way, a shout out to Christian. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir. Does a nice job. Right along with you guys, make a nice team. I watched you guys a lot last year. You did a great job.
They're measuring here to see if it's a 1st down, by the way. You can see there.
Boy, I tell you what, Cables is very, very. He takes a lot of.
He's impressive.
He takes a lot of chances. That's what I like about him. He's not scared to jump out there with the ball.
First and 10 Chargers. Sorry, Marty.
That's okay.
First and 10. First and goal for the Chargers. Make it official. So the Chargers have 25 seconds left and one timeout to try to pound this in.
Yeah, two nice passes on his play, 18 to Greer and 11 to Tate. Now let's see what, I got a funny feeling that Brazil's going to run the ball up the middle, but let's see what happens. That's why I'm up here.
Hey, you might have Cables keeping. I mean,
You
he
never know.
tried to dive in for that one.
You never know.
So, I'm just getting cool. Don't turn that fan on me or off of me.
If you hear, hell, standing by the fan.
Well,
All
here we
right.
go. The Brazils in the backfield will flank Cables from the 1 yard line. 25 seconds left on the second quarter clock. There goes the clock. It's running. Cables in the shotgun. And we got a timeout.
That's a last.
Shenango will take their last timeout, I believe.
I believe it is.
Or no, I show them with one more. I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah, unless I missed one.
Yeah, you might be right.
I have both teams with one left. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, one of my buddies ever at the Lafayette game versus Chartiers Valley. It's Lafayette 28, Chartiers Valley 7 at halftime.
our buddy Matt Fargo doing the game over there at Beaver Falls. Actually put that one on DVR. I'm going to watch it.
Gotcha. Buddy Tim Davis out there in Kennedy Township. He's watching tonight. He said thank you and having a good time listening and watching on OLSH Sports Network.
Hey, Tim, how you doing? Hope you're doing well.
He's a great guy, Tim.
All right, let's go. We're going to do it again. Tate goes way wide to the far side. Everybody bunched up again. The Brazils in the backfield will flank Cables. Schultz on the near side, on the end. Cables gets the ball. He's going to drive it into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Cables of the middle for 6.
3 tries, it looks like he tried, but the first time I think he was in, and finally they put the arms up for the touchdown.
Cables gets his first touchdown.
The old Chargers will take
And
26-3.
it is 4 touchdowns to answer against the opening field goal by Shenango, and the Chargers up 26-3.
15 plays, 4 minutes off the clock, Al. 1 yard plunge by Cables. And your Chargers are leading 26-3. Looking for 2 more here.
Hey, it worked one time. Let's do it again.
That's right.
Well, this is back from 3 yards further, but or
Yeah.
2 yards further back. Same setup. Everybody bunched up. The Brazils in the backfield. Cables this time looking to throw it. Rolls to the near side. Flips it into the end zone. Knocked down. Prior to getting to the end zone, that play was broken up by looked like Colton Fedrizzini, and the score will stay 26-3 Chargers with 13 ticks left on the scoreboard clock till halftime.
Yeah, so the Chargers are starting to put together a nice game. As you recall, last year your Chargers were victorious here. I think it was at Moon Tiger Stadium last year, Al. We won 32-14.
No, it was up Shenango.
Oh, Shenango on a Saturday
Yeah,
night.
'cause
That's right.
they flipped.
I do remember that now. Yeah, so, Shenango has a big team. They really do. A great quarterback, a nice kicker. But, again, your Chargers just dominate on the line. And they have so much talent on both sides of the ball that that's why you see the score 26-3.
The Chargers it's a team of veterans.
Yeah.
Couple new kids coming and checking in this year, but for the most part, these kids have been around the block once or twice. They know what's going on. And by the way, while you were talking about Shenango, I do want to give a shout out to the AD up there, Jan Budai. He's been up there for a while and always treats us great. I called him for the roster. He was Johnny on the spot. I mean, almost by the time I stood up from the chair. The email was coming from him. So thanks, Jan. I appreciate that. And we'll be talking to you, I'm sure, throughout the year for different sports. But good luck to the Shenango Wildcats. And thanks a lot. There's the kick by Schultz. He gets it down inside the 30. Shenango tries to run it out toward their bench out near the 40-yard line with 8 seconds left. He's brought down. And Shenango will have 1, maybe 2 plays left here.
Yeah, I just see him looking maybe just to run the ball, just to run the clock down. They're not going to do something fancy.
They'll mark it at the 37-yard line. I would have somebody way deep, and there goes Tate way back in the backfield.
Yeah.
Also running back there is Hunter Shemeni. Oh, he's just going to get the kicking tee.
Yeah, you always want to be cautious.
Timeout. Chargers will take their final timeout of the half with 8 seconds left. They had to get their situation together. Coach Millitzer out talking to one of the officials. And Chargers defense figuring out what they want to do and what they want to deploy out here for the pretty much the final snap or two of the half.
Trying to figure it out, right, Al?
Yep. We'll try to get some scores for you at halftime from some of the teams around here, and especially in our section. At halftime.
Yeah, Al, actually, looking back on this, Gardner did score a touchdown when it was 14-3. My apologies. So he has 2 on the night, Mr. Greer, and 1 for Speedy.
Oh, Speedy.
Yep. And
there's a handoff. Looked like Ross with the handoff across the 40 out to the 43-yard line, and that will do it. That's the end of the half. So at halftime, Chargers with a commanding lead here. Chargers have a 20-3 lead over the Shenango Wildcats. We will step aside, pay some bills. We'll come back and maybe give you some stats and good stuff, and we'll get on with get our thoughts on the first half, and we'll get on with the second half. So don't go away. We're going to be right back here on the OLSH Sports Network. Got to cue in the ads, and we'll be good to go. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I personally love the family environment of OLSH, and that's what I saw from my first day coming in as a freshman. Everybody was kind and helpful.
All the teachers and all the students, we all treat each other like family, so it's more like a homey type feel.
You get to know everyone who goes here.
It's like a community. Everyone's together and we're all just like a family.
I think I've grown more religious through the teachings and understanding the religion better.
With the amazing theology teachers and getting the chance to go to church every week, it's definitely expanded my faith.
Different things like Cairo retreat or being able to come to confession or go to adoration here in the chapel every day gives you really a good opportunity to connect with God and express their faith and not feel shy about it.
The teachers are incredible. They make you feel like one of their own kids.
I feel comfortable going to them at any time for whatever the need be, and I know they always have my back to help me.
They get to know you personally and get to help you in different ways.
They're not just worried about your grades, they're worried about how your feelings are. They care about you more.
OLSH is a place where you can get involved in a bunch of different things.
It sets you up for college.
It's a school full of many opportunities that'll help you grow, not just spiritually, but also just as a person in general.
OLSH is one big family. Everybody knows everybody.
OLSH is challenging adventure, and it really just is an amazing experience.
over Northgate.
Oh, they're Northgate stinks.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's around halftime.
Now we got her straight. Perfect. I'm like, how is weird that 3 cuts on me? That's right, Dorner cut that one. That bubble screen around the time.
I personally love the family environment of OLSH, and that's what I saw from my first day coming in as a freshman. Everybody was kind and helpful.
All the teachers and all the students, we all treat each other like family, so it's more like a homey type feel.
You get to know everyone who goes here.
It's like a community. Everyone's together and we're all just like a family.
I think I've grown more religious through the teachings and understanding the religion better.
With the amazing theology teachers and getting the chance to go to church every week, it's definitely expanded my faith.
Different things like Cairo retreat or being able to come to confession or go to adoration here in the chapel every day gives you really a good opportunity to connect with God and express their faith and not feel shy about it.
The teachers are incredible. They make you feel like one of their own kids.
I feel comfortable going to them at any time for whatever the need be, and I know they always have my back to help me.
They get to know you personally and get to help you in different ways.
They're not just worried about your grades, they're worried about how your feelings are. They care about you more.
OLSH is a place where you can get involved in a bunch of different things.
It sets you up for college.
It's a school full of many opportunities that'll help you grow, not just spiritually, but also just as a person in general.
OLSH is one big family. Everybody knows everybody.
OLSH is challenging adventure, and it really just is an amazing experience.
Welcome back. Moon Tiger Stadium. We're playing on William Ripshear Field. I don't know if any of you are old enough. Some of you are. I am. Remember Ripshear here at Moon High School? I'm a graduate of Moon. He was a longtime coach and athletic director and did a lot for Moon. He was a football coach and did a lot for Moon, and they honored him by naming the field after him. So we are playing on the newly returfed William Ripshear Field.
Yeah, and what a nice job they did. As you know, I work up here at Brewer Airport Toyota, and I go University Boulevard every morning to work when I come up through here, well, 5 days a week. And I watched the whole thing progress back in July.
Yeah.
They started ripping it apart, and then little as 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I guess, I'm like, wow, that looks really good. So they did a nice job.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like I said, pregame, Marty and I were down there walking on the field, and boy, it's like walking on a mattress.
It really is.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, once again, before we get started, I do want to thank all the sponsors. Doughboys Oven Fresh Pizza. You can order online at Doughboys Pittsburgh. That's DOUGHBOYSPGH.com. Or you can call them at 412-771-1030. And I don't know if they still do, but they used to provide the pizza for the concession stand here. And, boy, it's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Also want to thank IBEW Local Union 712. Thank you for your contributions. Lasego Automotive Sales and Service. You can call them at 412-276-6244. Also want to thank Trim Pittsburgh, a shop for men. It's located in Lawrenceville and coming soon to Ross Park Mall this fall. Also, last but certainly not least, is Brewer Airport Toyota, Western Pennsylvania's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Keep Brewer Airport Toyota in mind and like them on Facebook. Learn more at brewerairporttoyota.com. And I know they do a lot for a lot of the schools around here and a lot of the associations, and want to thank them. They get highly involved in the community, and thank them. And not only that, they sell some pretty nice cars.
Yeah, we do. Scott Brewer does a nice job up at Brewer Airport Toyota. He's a one-ship pony, if you will. He only has one dealership. He's originally from Latrobe, and he moved up here 2019. I was working there, and we switched over from Kenny Ross to Scott Brewer. So he does a great job. He really does. He always gives the high school. He was a wrestler and a high school football player as well at Latrobe Area High School. So he understands the big impact it may have on the local teams.
So I get my car serviced there. You see me every time.
I see you every time.
Every time I go up there
Yep.
and get my car worked on or inspected or whatever. So yeah, good people, good place. Highly recommend them. Anyway, we had a very productive and entertaining first half, especially if you're in purple and gold on the Charger side of the field, Marty. We got some stats over there to go over?
Yeah, let's go over the rundown. We got, and my apologies, that third touchdown of the game, Al, I said that was actually Greer. That was Gardner. If you remember that bubble screen, he went 68 yards. My apologies. So we got Mr. Van Kales, he got, let's see.
Kales.
Is that how I said it right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he has a 12 for 16, 258 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 run rush score. So he also had 4 for 22 on the ground. Here we go. Mr. Greer, 6 catches, 114, 2 touchdowns. And Speedy Gardner, 2 catches, 103 yards and a touchdown. And his counterpart, Mr. Tate, 4 catches, 51 yards. Like to go over the rundown of the scoring, if you don't mind, El. If we have a second here.
Yeah.
So quarter 1, 3-0 as Andrew Johnson kicked it in with 4:55 left to play in the first quarter. 13 plays, 6 minutes off the clock. Here comes the OLSH Chargers running down the field, and it's 6-3 with 2:11, quarter number 1, 9 plays, 80 yards, 2:44 off the clock. When Mr. Van I keep saying this wrong. I'm going to say it again.
Cables.
Cables. He gave it to Gardner. What a nice catch. And then 2-point conversion, no good, L. They led 6-3, as I stated. 14-3, 11:55, quarter number 2, 13 seconds off the clock. One play, 68 yards, TD reception to Speedy Gardner. 2-point conversion, good by Bobby Brazell. What a great one it was. Quarter number 2, still your OLSH Chargers still in the command with 20-3 lead when Van Cavels threw it to 62 yards down to Mr. Greer. 2-point conversion, no good. 20-3, your Chargers lead. And then 13 seconds left, 1-yard plunge by Van Cavels. 2-point conversion, no good. 26-3, your Chargers lead here at halftime.
Awesome. Chargers proving that the quick kicker can help you, and you can play without it and not have it hurt you. So far so good for the Chargers. They weren't the first to score this year, but they've answered by 4 scores of their own, getting into the pay dirt and holding the Wildcats to just that 41-yard field goal from Johnston.
Yeah.
And to open the game, the opening series for Shenango. And Chargers have shut them down. The defense, as Don Militzer had said, their defense is going to be fun to watch this year. And so far, as advertised.
Yeah, no question. I like the Brazil boys in the middle there in linebacker position. I like that. And I like, Mr. Cavels out there on the side. I like him, or the DN, and the other DN is Gardner. Schultz. And Schultz, I think we said it once before, he led the Chargers 2 seasons in a row on sacks.
Yeah.
So, boy, with him and Van Cavels, I'm going to tell you, they're going to be a force to reckon with this year. There's no question on defense.
Well, the Chargers received the ball to open the game, so they're going to kick off to Shenango to start this one and the second half. And they will have a 23-point lead as we start quarter number 3, which will be underway here momentarily. But look for more of the same. And by the stats that you just read off, I have Van Cavels, just a rough arithmetic, and help me if I'm wrong, Sister Francine, but I have Cavels for over 250 yards passing.
253.
Just in the first half.
Yeah, 253. You're right. 12 for 16, 253. 3 touchdowns, and also 4 rushes for 22 yards.
Well, some players would pay good money to have 253 yards passing for a game, and he's done it in the first half.
Yeah, I'm looking for him to get over 2,000 yards this year and a good 1,000-yard rushing. He's that type of a player, Al. He's going to open it up. He's going to get more confident as the year progresses, and look for big things about him this year. So,
and the fun thing is I know he's a huge baseball player as well, and I know that Phil is over there chomping at the bits. Can't wait now for the springtime to come around for Van to get on the mound for him.
Yeah, because he was injured most of the year last year, correct?
Yeah, when he got hurt with the Shenango game, first game of the season last year, his athletic season was over because he had surgery done on his knee. So, well, here we go. Schultz will kick it off. It's a line drive. Caught. We're on the 28-yard line. And down the sideline he goes. Well, down the numbers he goes. Out across the 45. Trying to see who that was.
That was number 20, it looks like.
Yeah, that was Dominic Dando.
Yep.
Brings it out to the 48-yard line. That's where Shenango will start.
Yep, so here we go. See if they sustain any drives. I know the first half they sure didn't. The penalty bot kicked them, so let's see what happens.
It'll be Patton in the backfield in the shotgun. One running back. Twins to either side in short. And it'll be a handoff up the middle. Hit at the line of scrimmage, not much more, maybe a yard.
There's a penalty on the play. Yeah.
I think the Chargers are going to be a little bit excessive play there.
Yeah, they a little bit of roughing. Yeah, they.
Yep.
Yeah,
there's the penalty against the Chargers.
Yeah, he slammed the player up. I think it was Albertini that ran it. It was number 33 Albertini, and he got slammed.
A little bit too much enthusiasm there.
Yep.
That'll move the ball again. Shenango gets the ball moved on penalties and busted plays, and then the Chargers clamp down on the defense and shut them down. Let's see if we can hit the replay button on that.
Yep, sign of a good team if you shut this down. So let's see what happens.
Moves the ball up to the Charger 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Shenango. Just underway here in the third quarter. Patton back to pass, no pressure. Down the field it goes. Almost intercepted by Brady Brazel. The official goes down. The Chargers go check, see if he's okay. He hops back up. Incomplete pass from Brady Brazel. Had that one in his hands.
I think this little bit of pride hurt him. That's all. He went up the top, and I says, uh-oh, he's going to grab it. But he didn't come down with it, and he's a little upset about it. But he'll make another play.
2nd and 10 from the Charger 37-yard line. Brady just stepped right in front of that one.
Oh, yeah. No fear in these Brazel boys.
Trips to the near side. Empty set for Patton. And the Wildcats back to pass, looking to the near side. Bubble screen. It's Ross, catches the pass. He'll pick up maybe 5.
And guess who that was on the tackle? His other brother, number
Brandon.
30, Brandon Brazel. So that was a nice tackle there.
3rd down and a long 4, short 5 from the 31-yard line officially. Twins to the far side, actually trips. Rolling out. Cables knocks the ball out of his hands. The ball's loose on the turf, and it's going to be picked up by Shenango. But it's a huge loss all the way back to the Charger 47-yard line. That's a loss of about 14 yards or so, rough estimate.
16 yards.
16. Oh, no, they're marking it, Charger 47.
Yep. So Birdie couldn't come up with it, and I thought for sure Van Gables was going to come up with it, and he didn't.
4th down, back to punt is Johnston. Tate will settle back for the punt. It's 4th and 20. Johnson bobbled it at a moment, gets it off. It's a line drive kick. Tate picks it up on the first bounce. He's hit immediately, and down he goes. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chargers at their own 12-yard line. 9:57 on the scoreboard clock here in the third quarter.
Yep. So they piled on to Mr. Tate, and let's see what happens here. So 26 unanswered points in the first half, Phil. So see what goes on. See if we can stay in a good drive again here.
Again, Chargers will start this one from the 12-yard line. Speedy stood in the backfield for a minute, comes over to the near side, split. Twins to either side. Brazel in the backfield with Cables. In motion is Tate. He gets the inside flip. He's got the corner to the 15. Cross almost out to the 20-yard line. Let's see where they mark him out. Nice little run there by. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet, but they're definitely lining up for the extra point. Or no. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Looks like the offense is out here. They're going to go for 2. They're calling timeout, I think.
I don't think they know. There's a little confusion down there, it looks like.
On both sidelines.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, what a surprise that was. I never thought that would happen.
Yeah, well, that's what you get with a blindside hit.
Yeah, he was holding on to the ball a little too long.
Yeah. He was waiting for his guys to come open down here on the
Tonery
sideline.
was wide open right down the middle. I don't know if you noticed that. He was wide open. But, you know, it's hard. It's easy to say up here. You know, we're not down there, but I'm sure he didn't see anybody.
Well, they haven't started the play clock yet. And Shenango's basically taking a timeout over on the sidelines.
I was going to say, it's been forever and a day before they even do anything about it. I don't know what's going on over there.
But they got the ball lined up for conversion, whether they kick it or go for 2. They might feel like they have to go for 2. They're so far behind.
Yeah, you're right, though.
haven't been able to move the ball against the Chargers. All right, they're going to go for 2 here. The offset line. All right, here we go. Patton, offset line. They shuttle back in.
Oh, he's going to kick it.
Now they're going to kick it. Johnson, I saw Johnston in there. I said, wait, he doesn't play normally.
I saw the T sitting down there. I'm like, something's going on.
They'll go for the traditional point after. High snap. They get it down, and it gets up. And good.
Wow.
The officials had to look at each other to see, and they finally do concur that made it through. That was a great job by Shenango. A very high snap put down by Patton, and he actually squatted back. He had to stand up, squatted back down, and Johnson had the frame of mind to hesitate on his kick, and he got it through.
That's what shows you what kind of kicker Johnston is, El. I mean, they know he never lost his composure. And you do something like that, it's pretty darn good. So 26-10. Right there with the strip sack for a 20-yard loss, or 20 yards to the house by number 75 Stuck. And 1 point after by Johnson, 26-10, 8:57 to go here in the third quarter.
So the Chargers will get the ball back again. Let's see if they can do a little better than last time. They got to watch out for that blind side.
Yeah. That's a movie too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's been in the news recently.
Yes, it has. That's why I mentioned it. No pun intended.
By the way, my wife and I went to go see Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I heard it's the best movie out there.
Loved it. It's very long, but you don't know it's long.
It's Everybody said it's so good.
It's so good.
Yep. Writers on strike. It's hard to see a good movie anymore.
Luckily, that one was done beforehand.
I just sit there and watch reruns of 2.5 Men. Here we go.
Johnston tees it up at the 40. And up it goes, high in the air to the far side. Brazell with the ball at the 10 to the 20. He gets hit there, and down he goes, maybe across to the 21. We'll see if they mark him.
Yeah, Johnson, let me try Brazell's side one time instead of Tate, see what goes on here. That was pretty smart. So, yeah, good heads-up, gutsy play there. Brazell is not scared, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, no.
No.
Marking him right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Try it again. Now, Shenango scored the first time they touched the ball to start the game, and first time they touched the ball, even though it was on defense.
Yeah, you're right, Al. Forgot about that.
Oh, no, that was the second time because we
second
kicked off
time
to
is
them.
right, yeah, right.
We kicked off to them, right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I made enough mistakes tonight for all of us.
8:50 left in the third quarter. Chargers with a 16-point lead. Cabbles hands it off. What a run by Brazell. He's hit as soon as he was handed the ball 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to pick up one to the 21-yard line.
That's how work in the gym, Al. He just kept churning his legs and just carried that guy for another 2 or 3 yards. But, yeah, pick up on the play about a yard, but he just kept turning his legs.
2nd and 9. Cables comes in from the sidelines. Coach Militzer gives him this play. Coach Militzer is the head coach and the offensive coordinator.
I'm telling you, last time I watched, Tonery was wide open twice. Let's see what happens. See if they catch him open here.
Well, the Brazells are in the backfield right now, flanking Cables. They split out. Cables back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Wide open. Tate just misfired. Tate on a crossing pattern out of the 40-yard line, just out of his reach. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Chargers. But, again, Tate breaks wide open in the backfield.
Yep. So he threw it little short to him, and basically had to stretch out for it and couldn't catch it. Tate
slow getting back to the huddle. Of course, Cables is over on the sideline getting the play.
Yeah, he might have had the wind knocked out of him when he hit the turf.
You better hurry. We're down to 12 seconds left on the play clock. 8 seconds. They got to hurry here or have to waste the timeout. They got the playoff. Cables runs to the near side. He's got the corner across the 25, out close to the 30-yard line to the 29. He's going to be
That's a first down.
He's going to be just short. They're going to mark him.
Oh, that's a first down,
First
I believe.
down, yes.
Yes, it is.
First down for Cables. He picks up 9. Needed 9. He got 9.
Cables, I don't know who that was, Al, but somebody come up on him. I think it was Albertini. He just pushed his head across and just pushed him to the ground like a man-child. Says, goodbye, I'm going for first down. So there you go.
Talk about what you need. That's exactly what he needed, and he picks it up. Brazell in the backfield. Brady goes in motion, and Brandon will get the ball. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, breaks free. He's up across the 30, up close to the 35. They'll mark him at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 for Brandon Brazell. Hit in the backfield, still picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Chargers.
That play was all Brazell, Al, no question. Just kept turning his legs like he'd been the whole game. No quit attitude and just kept turning for 5 yards.
Second and 5, just under 7 minutes to go here in the third. Twins to the far side. Brady Brazell makes it twins to the near side. Brandon fakes it. Brady gets the pass across the 40, up close to the 45. He gets hit there. He'll make it to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers on a nice little pass. Brady Brazell in motion across the line and goes out into an open flat.
And actually, the pass was behind Brady a little bit. And he had to turn and pick up the ball. Nice grab by Brady Brazell for that first down for the Chargers.
Up to the 44, 1st and 10. Drive started at the 20-yard line.
Sure did.
Brandon Brazell in the backfield. Brady splits out wide, trips to the far side. Cables gets the ball. He's going to take it up the middle himself. Cross the 50, 45. He's into Shenango territory at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Chargers.
Nice 14 or 15-yard pickup right there by Mr. Van Cables. He did a great job right there, Al. Boy, I tell you, he's not scared to run the ball, is he?
Oh, that was a design play. Cables off the right guard. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third. Again, Toneri, Vitorino, and Brazell wide to the far side. Hand off to Brazell. He's through the middle to the 35. He spins away from one. He's inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Another. No, it's going to be short of the first down. It'll be yards short.
9-yard pickup. 9 by Mr. Brazell.
2nd and 1 from the 33.
And I'm watching these Wildcats, Al, the defense. They get their hands on their hips like, okay, I can't stop this. I can't stop this.
Timeout, Shenango.
They need it. That's why I just was looking at her like, woo.
That's their first time out of the half, and the Chargers are taking the wind out of their sail. They got the defensive touchdown, but it's been all Chargers after that strip sack.
Yes, it was. And I'll tell you what, Van Cables, Al, show me a lot of leadership right now, what he's doing. I mean, he's making, heads-y calls. And one of the Chargers, I don't know who this is down there. It's Tate, got his shoulder pads off.
No, Tate's been in the lineup. I think this is Greer.
Is that Greer down there?
I think it is.
It is Greer. I'm sorry. It is Greer.
Yeah, it's Greer.
Yeah, he got his shoulder pads off. He's putting them back on.
He's putting them back on, so he might have had an issue in the locker room because he came around. I watched the player come out of the locker room. He walked all the way around the field. So
I couldn't see with a black shirt.
That's why Toneri's been in the lineup.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I was trying to figure out why Toneri's in there. I kept looking who's missing, and then 2 plays ago I was thinking I don't see Greer down there.
Yeah, I think he's battling cramps. There's no question.
He goes right over to the coaches, and the coaches are talking to him. So.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 1 from the 33 of Shenango. Chargers on the march here. Trips to the far side again. Brandon Brazell in the backfield. Cable says, I'm going to throw it. He does down the field, and there's Tate just in and out of the hands. Tate had his man beat down the sideline and just tipped his fingers about the 7-yard line and falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 1. Again, they had the 2nd and 1, Marty. Went for the full
throw.
boat.
Yep, they sure did. And let me tell you, I thought for sure he's going to grab it. Looks like he had a step beat on the defender, but just out of the reach of Tate, or excuse me, Tate, and that's what happened.
If he didn't cut his fingernails this morning, he would have caught that.
You're probably right. But nice pass, though.
That was.
Nice pass by Cables, there's no question.
I mean, his passes, the nice tight spirals. I mean, he's doing a great job.
When you're 6'5", you can see everything.
Yeah, that's right. You're looking over everybody. You get the snap off. Cables is going to run it. He's hitting the backfield. Can he get to the line of scrimmage? The ball, he's down.
He was down, yeah. Cables was down.
It's going to be no gain on the play, I think. It'll be 4th down.
They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it.
Oh, you have to. You don't have a kicking game here. You're in Shenango territory. I'm trying to see where they have it. They may have to measure here. He may be closer to it than I thought. They're going to call in the chains, Marty.
I want to say that is close.
Yeah, I thought he went down before.
I mean,
the 32, but
I'm going to tell you, he might be right on the chain there. That is going to be, if it's not, it's going to be 6 inches short.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that close.
4:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Chargers on a drive here. If it's good, it's 1st and 10. If not, it's 4th and inches.
It's going to be a little short.
I think it's going to be just a
6 inches short.
Yep, you got it. 4th down.
All right, so hand off to Mr. Brazil, and it's call it.
I'm going down to Rivers Casino. I'm going to say they're going for it.
Yeah, I would have to say you're right. I want in on that action. Double my odds.
You want in on that?
I do, sir. I do.
Ball's on the 32-yard line, and it is 4th and less than the length of my hand.
Let's see if he keeps it or gives it to Mr. Brazil.
I mean, I have yet to see them go under center, so I don't know if they've got that play. Usually, a ball that close, you let your horses push the line and just follow them across the line, and Cables is big enough, but it may be Cables himself.
Yeah.
We'll see. He's got both the Brazils in the backfield. He'll flank either side of him. Twins to the far side. Don't look for, maybe, you never know, go for the pass, but I just get the 1st down first. Cables, now he goes up under center. And he's going to get the 1st down. Just go down. He's got it.
He got it.
All he needed was a couple inches. He's got it.
Yep. No question.
Yep. Officials will call time to mark it, but.
Oh, gosh, you can see that plain as day.
Yeah.
Yep. Shenango's acting like he stopped him, but there's no way.
1st down, Chargers.
Yes, sir.
Cables, that was a nice play because he lines up in the shotgun, and as he was yelling the signals, he runs up under center, takes it, and he tried to push it forward, and then he bounced it out to the outside, Marty.
You know, they dropped 4 minutes off his clock, Al, the 3rd quarter. They just keep sustaining drives, and that's a sign of a good football team.
Right.
Start on the 20-yard line, like you said earlier.
Well, you know, you think about it. Last year they were pass. And Coach Don said, and when I was talking to him this week, that he says, we're going to run the ball a lot more this year.
Yeah.
He says, we have the horses, we can do it.
Oh, you sure do. The Brazils and then Mr. Cables as well. They can run the ball. And let me tell you, I keep hearing, too, that Mr. Schultz might be in the backfield every once in a while.
Yeah, H-back.
Yeah, H-back. Yep, I keep hearing that. So we'll see. Stay tuned on the Old Sports Network. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, they had dropped a flag for play clock, delay game, but they didn't even start the play clock.
Right,
so
they didn't need to.
The official picks up the flag. That's why we didn't even mark it on the scoreboard here.
13th play on the drive.
1st and 10 from the 32. Chargers with the ball. Again, the Brazils in the backfield. And it's Schultz in the backfield. This time he's hitting. He's a loss of 3 all the way back to the 35.
I think we just called that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I saw the 0. I just assumed it was a 30 or a 10.
Yep.
But it was Brandon and we have player down.
Yes, for the Shenango Wildcats.
Oh, it is.
I can't really see his number.
No. Is it 35? Colton.
I'm not going to guess because I can't see.
Fred Rizzi, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think they have.
Al,
They have
you got it, Al.
well,
You're right.
Yeah, because they have their numbers on the side of the helmet. I can see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, you got good eyes.
Thank you, Bushnell.
Oh, you're a tricker over there.
It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Chargers from the Shenango 35-yard line. Fedrizzi trots off the field, so not sure what that was all about.
Yeah.
Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. You got a 300-pound horse falling on top of you. That would knock the wind out of you. Greer back in the lineup for the Chargers. He's one of the 3 split wide to the left. Cavels looks over that way, flips it out. It's Greer with the ball. He avoids one tackler, makes another move, breaks a tackle, and he's crossed the 30, breaks the 3rd tackle, and he's inside the 25.
Jeez.
And they tackle him inbounds. Maybe they're going to mark him right at the 25, but it'll be 3rd down for the Chargers. But that was all Darion Greer.
Yeah, that was a 10-yard reception, but it looked like about 20 the way he kept on pinballing off everybody. But let me tell you, he just kept churning his legs and breaking tackles.
Do I think we have a flag over there?
Yeah, there's a flag, another injured player, Shenango Wildcat, down on the sideline over there. Whether it's cramps or not, I don't know. It looks like cramps. They're got the leg in hand. But, yeah, I see a flag.
Sideline warning against Shenango.
Yep. First down,
First
Chargers.
Down.
Yep.
Oh, they're saying first down. Did he get a first down on that?
He singled. Yeah, he singled first down.
He signaled first down, but I thought he was short, Marty.
I did
be honest.
too.
I thought he was just inside the 25-yard line.
I thought he was like a yard short myself.
I'm gonna wait. Let me get Mr. Bushnell out here and see where they have the ball sitting over there.
Here's the call.
Well, actually, they got the ball sitting. I think it's just a yard short, Marty, or half a yard short.
It's like on a 19.5-yard. No, I'm sorry, the 18-yard line.
It's on
17-yard line. I
well,
can't
no,
see
that
it.
would,
No,
no, that
it'll
would
be the 23-yard line. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's like a half a yard short.
Everybody was standing in front of me. I couldn't see what that referee's.
Yeah,
over.
it's about a half a yard short. It'll be 3rd down and less than a yard for the Chargers. So sideline warning, no penalty. 3rd down and a little bit more in a yard. Probably a football length more in the yard.
I would have to say you're right.
This time, one in the backfield. I think it's Brandon.
Yes.
Trips to the near side. Cowboys flips it across the middle, and it's Greer on a slant pattern. He's into the end zone for the Charger touchdown. What a play by Cavils and Greer. Greer with a quick slant across the middle, and it was nothing but net.
Good call, Al. 23-yard pass to Greer. That's number 3 on the night. So here we go. 32-10, your Chargers lead. 2-point conversion upcoming.
And Greer again coming up limping. I think
it's definitely
cramping. Yeah.
Yeah.
So look for Tonery to come back in.
6-minute drive right there, Al. Start on the 20-yard line.
That's sweet.
That's crazy.
Under 3 minutes to go. 2:56 left on the clock. So Chargers are, 1 for 4 on a 2-point conversion?
Yeah. Yes, they are. Brady Brazell scored the 3rd touchdown.
So they got trips to it's a little bit different this time. Trips to the far side. Brandon Brazell in the backfield. Cavils flips it out to Brady, and
I think did Tate come up with that ball?
I thought he did. No, they're saying incomplete.
Okay.
It just kept getting batted around.
Right.
I like the idea of that though.
So
it
do
just
I.
didn't. I like that. I like the design of the play. It just didn't convert.
They didn't execute, but yep. So there you go.
Well, 2:56 left in the 3rd quarter. Chargers add to their lead, 32-10, over the Shenango Wildcats.
So there you go, L. 18 plays, 80-yard drive, taking every bit of 6 minutes off the clock, 6 minutes exact, because this started at 8:56.
Yeah, there you
this
go.
drive, so there you go. So, Sister Francine, if my math is right, there you go.
Hey, I want to remind you again that the OLSH Trivia Night returns on Saturday, September 23rd. That's basically in a month at 7 o'clock in the evening at the AAC. Assemble your team, test your knowledge, and show off your creativity in the table decorating contest. All the proceeds benefit the OLSH Athletics General Fund.
Always something going on at OLSH. That's why I love this school.
There is.
Always.
Again, Isaiah Schultz will tee it up at the 40. Well, he'll roll this one. It gets knocked down and fallen on. Looks like sophomore Michael Kessler jumped on the ball. Yes, number 11. It'll be 1st and 10 Shenango at their own 44-yard line.
So as we've been alluding to all night long, Shenango will get a drive, they'll get a penalty, they'll get a drive, a penalty, and they stall. And the OLSH Chargers take the ball and run it right down the field. And you know what I like about this? Seriously, you're sustaining time off the clock. You're making sustained drives, you're taking time off the clock. That's a sign of a good football team, there's no question about it.
90% of the time, if you have the ball, they can't score. So.
Exactly right, it's the name of the game.
So Patton comes out. He's got 2 in the backfield this time. Well, he's going to be under center with a full house backfield. He'll keep it, looking to pass. Play action, down the field, wide open, and dropped.
Oh, my. There was not a Charger within 20 yards of this guy, number 35. That would be Mr. Colton. Let's see. Colton Fedrizzi. And he was wide open and dropped the ball. I think he heard footsteps.
He tried to run with it before he had it.
Yeah, that too.
Because it was a little bit behind him, and he turned around, but he tried running. In the lineup is, now he's in, Hunter Shimetti.
Yeah.
Number 8, playing a corner over there on the far side. Oh, empty set for Patton. And a little shovel pass to Albertini. He'll pick up a couple. Goes out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down. Picks up 3. Up to the 47-yard line. 3rd down, 7.
Yeah, the Wildcats just can't seem to get it going all night.
Yeah, the Chargers
but the Chargers stopping them.
Stifling them, yes.
Yeah, there's no question. What a great bookends with with Van and on his side. Over here is Schultz. Yeah.
Patton again, back to pass. Got some time. Now it breaks down, and
Branch.
Here comes. Is that Branch?
No, that was Demira Brough.
Brough with the sack. All the way back to the 41-yard line. Call it the 42 officially. Because you always go to, well, it's basically sitting on the 41-yard line. But.
And I believe that's the first sack of the game, right, Al?
No, they got him one other time, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, I think Schultz got him once. And
Oh, that's right, and that's true. So did Cables.
Cables.
Yep,
Yeah.
Cables did as well. I'm sorry.
Back to punt is Johnson. High snap. He gets it down. A line drive kick. Bounces. It's going to get past. Let it go. He does finally. And it's going to roll dead at about the 13-yard line. I thought Tate was going to pick that
So
up.
did I,
and the coaching staff behind us is going like, leave it go.
Yeah, that would have been a wrong move.
Yeah.
Because he had 3 Wildcats breathing
right
down
on
his
top
neck.
of him.
Yeah.
1:09 left in the 3rd. Chargers with the 32-10 lead will take over at their own 13-yard line. So another long drive here would do them well.
I would say it would be.
Trying to see who's laying down here on the sidelines.
Can't really see. Oh,
somebody's standing in front of him. Is that Greer? Or no,
I see Schultz stretching.
I think that's Tate down here.
Yeah, and then also Schultz stretching.
And Schultz is right next to him, yeah. Cables now sends Brady Brazell in motion. He's going to look this way. Coming from behind, here comes Cables. He's going to put the Jets on, put the shoulder down.
Oh, my.
All the way out to the 21-yard line. Knocked out of bounds there. It'll be second down for the Chargers. Mark him at the 22.
9-yard gain right there on Mr. Cables. He boomed his shoulder and he said goodbye.
He did.
He's one of those Najee Harris kind of, hey, here's my shoulder. What are you going to do with it?
Yeah, he had the blindside end coming around, and he felt the pressure. He turned the Jets on, and then he lowered the boom on his shoulder with the shoulder. Twins to the far side. Tonnery is one on Brady and Brazell in motion to that way. Hands it off to Brandon. Follows his brother around the corner. He's got the first down across the 25. First down to the 26-yard line. Brandon Brazell.
So Brandon takes it far side sweep all the way to the corner down there for the first down. Nice play.
50 seconds to go here in the third. Chargers move the chains again.
You know, I hear a lot about El Diner was down on the field this afternoon, I should say. How everybody gets along, everybody all summer hang out. It's a family.
A family, yeah.
There's no question.
Twins to either side. Which Brazell is that back there?
It looks like Brady.
And they're going to flip it to Tate.
Nope.
Tate gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten to the line of scrimmage, but no further. And they flip him down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Okay. So that's it. Third quarter.
So at the end of 3, it's the Chargers 32, Shenango 10.
So once again, your OLSH Chargers just dominate now, and right now they're just rolling.
So the Chargers will flip ends of the field, try to continue this drive. It'll be 2nd and 10 when the fourth quarter starts. And we want to remind all the OLSH students that the annual Powder Puff football game will take place at Youthtown on Saturday, September 16th at 6 p.m. Come watch the senior and the junior girls duke it out for a win. Speaking of, get your Powder Puff game apparel at olshgear.com. T-shirts and sweatshirts are available. Get your order in by September 1st to guaranteed delivery in time for the big game.
So Mr. Van Cables, 4 through the air, 1 on the ground. Total of 5 if you're keeping track at home. So, what a nice start to the season by Mr. Cables.
We are ready to start quarter number 4 in season 2023 for the OLSH Chargers.
Yes.
And the Shenango Wildcats.
Yes.
It'll be Cables in the backfield. Twins to either side. He'll flip it down, and he's got Tate wide open.
Oh.
And he in and out of the hands. Tate break down the middle of the field. He split the D. He catches that, and he's still running. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Chargers.
I'm sure he'd love to have that back.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
I mean, he was wide open, and there's nobody in front of him, nothing but real estate.
Wow, that was... Shenango had one just like that.
Yes, they did.
Tate just now gets back to the line of the huddle. He gets the play from Cables. Brazell in motion. Cables gets the snap, looking to pass. And he's got Tate this time at the 30, the 35. Stretching, I think he's got a first down.
He sure does.
Schultz thinks though.
Yeah, he does. He's about
he's a
he
yard.
got it.
He needed 10, he got 11.
Yep.
First down for Darion Tate.
So
Dorian Tate.
Yeah, so he redeemed himself, Mr. Tate. You know, and I think he just, by looking at him, I still say he has a lot of cramping because he keeps bending over and stretching.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a nice grab by Tate right there. He's having himself a night. All three receivers, Al.
He's coming off right now. He's stretching. They got Vitorino in there right now for him. Brady Brazel in motion again. Trips to the far side. They'll hand it off to Brandon. No, Cables keeps it, and he gets hit in the backfield and brought down. He'll lose back to the 33. Are they going to mark him or the 34? Officials timeout. They're going to mark him at the 33.
Yeah, nobody was blocking. And
motion penalty on the Chargers.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, if you're Shenango, you're going to take the play. So it'll be second down and 14 for second down 14 for the Chargers.
Yeah,
excuse me. Yeah, because they took the play instead of the penalty, so it's second down. Twins to either side. Schultz moves over a little bit. Now he goes in motion. Hand it to Brandon Brazel. Makes a move to the outside. He breaks a couple tackles across the 40-yard line. Nice little run by Brandon. All the way out to the 41-yard line. Not enough for a first down. It'll bring up third down. Third down and 6 for the Chargers.
And one of the Wildcats is down, number 66 for the Wildcats. That would be
Blaze Dando.
Dando is right.
Again, I'm not sure what this is. Coaching staff immediately out there from the Chargers to check him out. Make sure he was okay.
Did you happen to go to the scrimmage last week at OL?
I did not, but I walked in on Wednesday when they were looking at film of it, and Coach Don, when I walked up into the cafe where they were watching the film, he says, "Yeah, Al, you just walked in right when Cables gave it, put it in the gut, and took it away and ran 30 yards down the sideline."
Oh, that's awesome.
I said, "Yeah." He says, "That's the kind of team we got." So
that's great.
So I asked him how it went. He says, "Oh, he said did some good things, did some things we got to work on." So that's the idea of a scrimmage. So.
It sure is.
This doesn't look like a cramping here. I haven't really seen him do much. They're just talking to him. And maybe he got his bell rung.
Yeah, he could have. Because I saw one of the Chargers put his hands up like it wasn't me, so I don't know what that was all about.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. The Wildcat Charger cheer teams.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, so with 10:40 left in the game here, Al, it's 32-10 as your Chargers lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll step aside while they're getting him together and be right back. Back 32-10. Chargers with the lead. It is third down and 6 for the Chargers as Dando goes off with a little bit of help, not much. Third down and 6. Cabels calls for the ball, and Shenango jumps, but was he drawn? Here's the flag.
I think he was drawn.
We'll
he was drawn.
See what the call is. They're going to. Referee's calling his officials in and saying, "What's the call?"
Yeah, I saw 66 move.
Offside, Shenango.
Okay, I guess I'm wrong.
So that moves it from a 3rd and 6 to a 3rd and 1 for the Chargers.
Yeah, it was kind of iffy there. He kept looking at each other like, okay, who moved, who did what?
Federino and Schultz will be split out wide to the right side, to the near side. Who is this down here? Tonery.
Yep.
Brandon Brazel in the backfield. Brady Brazel in motion. Cavils rolls to his right. He's got wide open Schultz. He makes the catch. What a catch by Isaiah Schultz. No, but he was down on the ground.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry.
So it's a first down for the Chargers. Oh, we got a hold on the Chargers.
It's going back.
It's coming back. I didn't see the flag. I was in.
Yeah, I didn't see it either until I looked.
Great play by Cavils and Schultz. Schultz with a nice sliding catch there. Unfortunately, this one's coming back. It'll make it 3rd and 11.
Yeah, this is the 14th play of the drive, Al. This started back on 13:40 of the 3rd quarter.
That's okay. We're at 10:15.
Yeah, sure, it's not bad.
Eating the clock.
I love it. That's a sign of a good team. Just turning the clock.
3rd and 11. I say you get one of your playmakers in the open field and see what happens. You know, if you get there's trips to the far side, Schultz, Brazel, and Tonery out there, and they got him. First down for the Chargers. A little foot pass across the middle to Schultz, and he gets the ball. He's brought down in the Shenango 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Chargers. Cavils with that little crossing pattern once again working perfectly for the Chargers.
Yeah, that was a nice catch by Schultz right there, Al. He does a nice job on the tight end position, and that was a nice pass by Cavils.
Man, he rockets it in there.
He sure does. He has a strong arm.
Schmetti in the lineup for the Chargers. He'll split wide to the near side. Vitorino and Schultz split wide to the far side. They'll hand it off to Brandon Brazel. He goes right up the middle, across the 45 to the 44-yard line, and now the Charger front line is starting to take over, Marty.
Yeah, they sure are. That was a nice block by Cam Branch right up the middle to give him some room. And, yeah, so they're starting to get their legs, the running backs.
2nd down and 6.
Brandon Brazel last year led all Chargers in rushing, 458 yards on 90 carries. So he did a great job last year.
Yeah, on a pass-heavy team.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Twins to the far side. Cavils has 2 in the backfield with him. Cables, rather, has 2 in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Brandon again. Goes to the right side, cuts it up. He's up close to the first down, reaches out. Let's see where they mark him. They'll mark him at the 30, right at the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Chargers.
And talk about sustaining drives, Al. This is the 18th play of the drive. He just keep on churning, which is good.
Yeah, and if you can keep it on the ground and keep moving the ball.
100%.
Yeah, just
when you have a 22-point lead,
yeah,
I mean, that's what you do. That's good teams do.
That's what the old Steelers used to do in the 70s.
They sure did, Rocky Blair and Franco.
Again, full backfield. One on either side of Cables. Van calls for the ball, hands it off. This time to Brady Brazel, and this time Shenango hits him in the backfield. They'll lose about 3 yards.
Yep, so right there on the tackle is number 55, Ethan Azawaz. I can't say it. What's it say there?
Iwaniko.
Iwaniko.
I love that name from Shenango.
Iwaniko.
Iwaniko. I want to say he's got a sister. Plays on the softball team, or is it the back? I don't know. I think it's a softball team. Don't hold me to that.
You've seen it all, though. I mean, I'm sure you're right.
Trips to the far side, 4th and 5 for the Chargers. They're going to go for it, and timeout is going to be called by the Chargers. That's their first timeout of the half. Comes with 6:58 left in this game.
22nd play of the drive. And like we just said a couple minutes ago, that's how you turn the clock. Just keep running, and killing the clock when you have a 22-point lead. Some things down the line now. Some games we circled. Obviously, Bishop Canavan, Fort Cherry. Playing Clairton, September 8th down at Clairton. That's going to be a big game.
Yeah, at Clairton.
At Clairton, yeah. I mean, he knocked us out of playoffs last year, first round, but that's going to be a big game.
That'll be a big test. That'll be a good test.
Oh, it sure will be. Yeah.
Always. Bears always have a good team.
Yep.
And next week is going to be a tough game.
Yeah, Rochester.
A Matsuk-led team is always a contender, and the Rams from Rochester will be here Saturday night.
They run. We all know that.
Trips to the far side. Cables has an opening. He cuts it up the field. He gets hit, and he gets brought down. No gain on the play. It's turnover on down. Shenango will take over on their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
Big breeze, just a big gust of wind just picked up, come through the booth. It feels good, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
Humidity's dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Shenango. First time they held the Chargers in a while.
First time this quarter. Chargers had the ball the whole fourth quarter so far.
That's true. Yeah, they took over right in the first play of the quarter.
Yep.
Half the quarter
they took over 13:40 of the third quarter. Yeah.
Patton has trips to the near side. He's back to pass. Here comes the pressure, and down goes Patton. A big loss back to the 37-yard line.
Dylan McClintock on a tackle.
Loss of 7. It'll be 2nd and 17.
Oh, what a force he is.
McClintock.
Yes. Again, average weight on his line now is 266. That's one of the biggest teams in Class 1A, there's no question.
Matlock. What am I saying? McClintock.
Matlock, yep.
2nd and 17 from the 37-yard line. Patton again looking to pass the ball quickly. Cross, almost intercepted.
Oh.
Brandon Brazell, you'd have thought he was the receiver. It was dead in his hands. Brandon Brazell doesn't know where to cry or wind his watch there. That was one of those ones where you're not expecting the ball right there in your hands.
Yeah, you have stone hands after that.
Yeah,
There's no question.
yeah.
You're like, whoa, what was that to me?
That's why he's not a wide receiver.
Exactly. Sorry, Bob. Sorry, Julie.
That's why he's a running back.
Yeah.
3rd down and 17. Patton now with the snap. Back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Steps up. And he goes down again. Another sack for the Chargers.
Mr. Van Cables.
Van Cables with another sack. I believe his 2nd of the game.
Yes. Just rushed in there on the defensive end and just took apart the offense, and down goes the quarterback.
And it's 4th down and forever.
Yeah. 4th and McKee's Rocks, and then here comes the kicker.
Shenango's got to get the runway 2-9 for first down here.
Well, they're going to kick it.
Yeah.
They're going to punt it away,
Yeah.
so yep.
Johnson back to punt. Tate back for the Chargers. Stands inside his 35-yard line. Johnson, high snap. He wrangles it, gets it down, almost blocked, but he gets it away. Tate, it goes over Tate's head, and it's going to roll. This is a great roll for Shenango inside the 10-yard line, all the way down to the 7, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Chargers there.
Yeah, that's a good 50-yard punt by roll.
And you know what? If he has time, that's probably up in the air. But he was rushed. He just was happy to get the boot on that and hit the line drive, and he got the roll.
Yeah.
A little over 5 minutes left in this one. Chargers with a 32-10, and some of the Shenango fans are headed for the gates, folks.
Yeah, heading on back to up around Newcastle.
Yep.
Enough.
It'll be the Charger ball on their own 7-yard line, 1st and 10.
Sustain one of these long drives and you run out the clock and you call it a 32-10 win. So let's see what happens.
You know, it's eerily close to last year's game.
Last year was 32-14.
Yep.
Yep.
32 is the number. It shall not be 33.
Franco Harris is watching over us.
Nor 31. 32 shall be the number.
That's right.
That's another golden
That's
grill.
right.
Search
It
it.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Good quote. Having fun here tonight at Ripshore Stadium. You get like a laugher every once in a while.
New quarterback. I don't know if that was new quarterback or Wildcat, but that was a run off the near side. He'll get up across the 10. I'm going to try to see who it is. Was that Tate that took the snap?
I think it was. It was Tate.
Dorian Tate was the Wildcat. I see, because I see Cable's in there. He
might have been a tight end.
Lined up as a
Tight
slot
end.
back, yeah.
So now Van Cables goes back in.
Cable's back, yeah. I see Tate spread wide out to the far side, almost out of bounds. Sends Brady Burzell in motion. Cables with the snap, hands it off to Brandon. Brandon cuts it upfield. He's still going, carrying the Powell all the way out close to the first down.
That is
He's
a first
got a first down.
That is a first down.
For Brandon Burzell, I thought he was tackled back to 15, and he said, not yet, son.
He said, I want to outdo my other brother.
First down for the Chargers.
Unbelievable.
All the way out to the 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
Now, you got a 22-point lead. You got a guy running like they're losing by 22.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
He wants to get out from the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah.
Give his quarterback some room.
Mm-hmm.
Gables with Brandon Burzell in the backfield with him. Twins to either side. Hands it off to Brandon. Brandon to the near side. Can he get the corner? He cuts it up. He does, across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Nice pick up there by
There's a flag
Brandon.
on a play. Flag on a play.
Yep, I saw that.
That's OLSH.
That's in the area of holding.
Habeas Gravis is right.
Officials checking with the Shenango sideline to see what they want to do. Holding, Chargers. They will bring it back. So, and this year, holding calls all go from the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 20.
I just learned something tonight.
Yeah, one of the new rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's like holding in the backfield,
Yeah.
it goes from the line of scrimmage.
Always something new every year you got to learn.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they said it speeds up the game. It makes it easier.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry. It's like, what
couple yards.
Yeah. So it won't be like 2nd and 23 or something like that. It's
Sure.
2nd and 20.
That makes sense.
So the ball goes back to the 8-yard line. Officially the 9. And it'll be first down. Twins to either side. Cable's low snap, picks it up and flips it out to Tate. Tate, little skip cut, picks up about 8 yards, 7 yards. Out across the 15.
Close to a first down.
No,
he's
that's
about 2.
the back stick.
I'm sorry. Now I'm looking. Sorry, Al. Yeah, he's about 11 yards short.
Yep, he's out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, about 12. Maybe 13. I can't. They say 16 on the scoreboard, but that's wrong. Oh, ball's on the 16. 13 to go. Okay, that makes sense. 2 sidecars for Cables. He's going to hand it off. No, he passes it across the Schultz, across the middle. He's brought down at the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, and at least it's manageable now for the Chargers.
Nice cut there by Schultz.
He gave it
right over the middle.
He gave it to Burzell, pulled it out of his gut, and he got Schultz on that little crossing pattern again, which is wide open for the Chargers all night long.
Yep, cross right over to the middle, and there he was right in the middle.
So it'll be 3rd down in about 2.5. Minute 40 left in this game. It's put it in the books. The question is, what's the score going to be? Handoff, hit in the backfield. Broken away. Brady Brazell finds the corner. He's got the first down. Out to the 35-yard line. Before he goes out of bounds, I think I saw a flag come in. Or did I?
No, that was looked like a towel he threw, a white towel. Shenango on the sideline over there. Brady Brazell just broke a tackle and went about 11 yards for the first down.
I think, there was a flag.
Was there?
Yeah, there's a flag.
Yeah, there is now. I see it.
I think it's coming back.
See that kid waving that flag right now? That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought they were throwing in the towel. 1:25 left on the clock.
Oh, too much fun.
Was this another holding?
Yeah,
Probably.
They're moving it back. It is.
Ball goes back to the 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Chargers.
So, Mr. Van Cables tonight, well over 300 yards through the air and 5 touchdowns, 4 in the air and 1 on the ground. Great opening stat.
1:24 in a rolling clock.
Shenango.
I think Shenango jumped across.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think a little bit of frustration is coming out of him, too.
Offside Shenango. That'll move the ball up 5 more yards, so it'll be 3rd down and about 4. So the yard to gain is the 28. They are on the 24 with 1:18 in a rolling clock. Cables hands it off to Brazell. Brazell tries to cut it back. He's hit. Tries to break it away again. Not this time. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, no further. And with 1:05 left to go, it'll be 4th down. Under a minute to go. If you're the Chargers, you punt it away with 50 seconds left. You run it, then run the play clock. He's got 24 left on the play clock, 44 on the game clock. So
that makes sense.
So you run it down, you take time out, and then you punt it and give them about 20 seconds left. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're walking to the sideline. Coaches are standing next to the official, and they call timeout. With 23 seconds left.
Like you said, Al, beginning of the broadcast, you said, boy, they got chemistry this year. They got depth. Talking to the coaches down there, I know it's the first game of the year, but if it's things to come, let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of happiness up at the high school this year. They got all the tools to go to AccuSure Stadium. I do believe they're the dark horse. I mean, everyone keeps saying, "Oh, what about Union beat Bishop Canada last year, 26-0?" Well, that was last year. Okay, so different year, different players, different chemistry, more time to, family. So see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you can't rule out Canterman's a beast.
No question.
They only lost 1 or 2 players. I mean, they're coming back a veteran team.
Yeah.
They know how to win. That's I don't care who you are. That's the team you have to beat.
Yeah. They're in your conference.
They're in your conference. I mean, to me, it's what I'm looking at. It's Canterman, Union, and then the next bunch is Chargers is part of that next bunch.
They sure are.
Yeah. Well, here we go. 23 seconds left. Cables is back. Looks like he's going to punt it. He will.
There's a flag on a play.
Yep. And this one's going to be picked up at the 45-yard line of Shenango. Brought back to the Charger 41. But let's see what the flag is.
Nope.
Oh, there wasn't. Okay. Oh, here. Illegal shift on the Chargers.
Yep.
Let's see. If you're Shenango, there's 13 seconds left.
So
you send it back, and that's going to be another 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You take the play.
Yep.
And then give yourself a chance to at least score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Nope, they're going to send them back. I don't get that.
Shenango hasn't scored an offensive touchdown all night. They got one on a.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they got one on a field goal and one on a strip sack for 20 yards by Stuck. So yeah, that's their only scoring of the night.
So they'll push the Chargers back another 5 yards. The sticks had already moved.
Like, now what?
Like it matters.
Yeah, like it matters. You only got 13
seconds left.
Yeah.
Heck, if you really wanted to, you take the snap and you run around. And
yeah.
I'm surprised Tate isn't out there kicking. Of course, he's been having issues with cramping. That's all you need. Trying to kick and move your leg like that with a cramp.
That's hard.
Well, yeah.
I see Bobby Jr. Brazil in the crowd down here, so all the Brazils here tonight. Yep, Bob Sr., Bob Jr.
All right, 4th and 9 from the 19.
And Shenango just went way offside, but he let it go.
Cavles with a kick. Shortened to this side, takes a Shenango bounce. Jumped on by the Chargers.
Looked like Gardner.
I couldn't see who dove on that. I couldn't, if that was Schultz or.
I think it was Schultz. Yeah, you're right. It was Schultz. 4 seconds left in the game, Al.
Oh, I guess they let that play go.
Yep.
Basically one play for Shenango. The Chargers start the season 1-0. They're marking the ball at the Charger 33-yard line. Patton under center. He's going to take a knee, and that'll be it. In the final, the Chargers 32, Shenango 10. Chargers start 1-0, and they'll look to host the Rochester Rams next Saturday.
That's
Marty.
a big one. That's a big one. Rochester's ranked, I do believe. Am I not wrong?
They are not.
Okay. Well, I was maybe looking at the Allegheny Times. They said they were ranked 4th, but of course that's Beaver County.
Okay, I'm looking at PA Football News.
Yep.
And they have the rankings were Canavan, Union, Clairton, Fort Cherry, OLSH, Greensburg Central Catholic, Monessen, and Southside.
Wow.
But anyway, tell you what, folks, we will step aside. We will come back and wrap this one up, put a bow on it. But the Chargers come away with a season-opening victory over the Shenango Wildcats, eerily similar to last year's game. They win this year 32-10. So we'll step aside and come back and let you know what went on and what you can do for next week. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this message.
I personally love the family environment of OLSH, and that's what I saw from my first day coming in as a freshman. Everybody was kind and helpful.
All the teachers and all the students, we all treat each other like family, so it's more like a homey type feel.
You get to know everyone who goes here.
It's like a community. Everyone's together and we're all just like a family.
I think I've grown more religious through the teachings and understanding the religion better.
With the amazing theology teachers and getting the chance to go to church every week, it's definitely expanded my faith.
Different things like Cairo retreat or being able to come to confession or go to adoration here in the chapel every day gives you really a good opportunity to connect with God and express their faith and not feel shy about it.
The teachers are incredible. They make you feel like one of their own kids.
I feel comfortable going to them at any time for whatever the need be, and I know they always have my back to help me.
They get to know you personally and get to help you in different ways.
They're not just worried about your grades, they're worried about how your feelings are. They care about you more.
OLSH is a place where you can get involved in a bunch of different things.
It sets you up for college.
It's a school full of many opportunities that'll help you grow, not just spiritually, but also just as a person in general.
OLSH is one big family. Everybody knows everybody.
OLSH is challenging adventure, and it really just is an amazing experience.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium, Ripshear Field. Chargers victorious over the Shenango Wildcats tonight by a score of 32-10. to 10. And Marty, the Chargers hitting on all cylinders. Slow start the first series, but then after that, it was Katie bar the door.
Yeah, no question. Like we said all along tonight, the Wildcats had some trouble moving the ball. Every time they'd sustain a drive, they would have some penalties and keep pushing them back. On the side of the ball, just seemed like he had a ball, with Cavels throwing the ball downfield for 4 touchdown passes tonight, 1 on the ground, 3 to Greer, and 1 to Speedy Gardner. And they just put on a clinic tonight, I thought, on offensively. With you have some of these injuries tonight because of the heat, or the cramps. You could tell at the end. I see a lot of these guys are, holding their legs or walking gingerly. It's kind of hard, week 0. It really is.
Yeah, and especially the heat and the humidity we've had this week. Yeah, I agree, Marty. I didn't see any, man, this guy got hit and he's got a twisted ankle or something like that, or sprained whatever. I think a lot of them were muscle spasms and cramping and things like that. The same thing with Shenango. I saw the one player, who was it? That was Dando, who went down and looked like they were working on something other than a cramp. But other than that, I didn't see anybody that was really hurt. So I attribute that to the humidity and stuff like that. But hey, Chargers come as advertised, according to Coach Dawn, ready to go in the trenches on both sides of the ball, and hard to run against, which they were, and looked like I saw a couple little holes in the passing defense for the Chargers, but I don't think it's anything that can't be fixed. So boy, what a line and the front 7 for the Chargers on defense. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, up front they're hogs, as they call it, in the game. And I tell you what, their wide receiver core is just unbelievable. It might be the best in Class 1A, with Tate, Gardner, and also Schultz. These guys put on a clinic tonight. All 3 of them got in the game. And like we said, Van Cavels probably passed way over 300 yards. So, again, not to repeat ourselves, but he had a great game tonight.
Hey, once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Doughboys Oven Fresh Pizza, IBEW Local Union 712, Lasigo Automotive Sales and Service, Trim Pittsburgh, and, of course, Brewer Airport Toyota. Thank you, folks, for sponsoring and making all this possible. I want to thank everybody else that made this possible. Coach McDonald, Coach Mack, and Heather Parker, for sure. I mentioned her earlier in the broadcast. What a gold mine she is. What a great help. And thanks, Heather, for all that you do. I want to thank Matt Fargo for helping us out, getting things set up with the programming and all that stuff. What a great help. He did some of the ad, the breaks that we had and things like that. So thanks, Matt, for all your help. And I know he's over calling another game right now, but he said he was going to listen to this one at another time. So thanks, Matt, for your help. And, of course, Christian Harbaugh couldn't make it today. I want to thank Marty Armstrong for stepping in and doing a stellar job over on the mic next to me. I'm OLSH saying thanks a lot, everybody, for listening in. And don't forget, next Saturday, the Chargers back on the gridiron right here, same spot, same bat time, same bat channel, 7 o'clock, except for it will be Saturday night, not Friday night, as Moon is playing here Friday night. So we will take on the Rochester Ram, the Gene Matsuk led team. Always a good game. Developed into the last couple of years, really developed into a nice little rivalry between the two schools. Even though they're not in the same section, they're still two 1A schools that like to do battle. So that should be a good one too. That'll be another good test for our defense, because they're a heavy run team that can beat you with a quick pass as well. So we'll look forward to that one. On behalf of everybody here, I'm OLSH saying thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you next time right here on the OLSH Sports Network. And let's go Chargers. We'll see you Saturday night right here on the OLSH Sports Network.